Oh.
Hey guys, welcome back to WeWatch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
Jay was just about to show me his butthole.
I was going to show him my Mission Impossible wiener. What? Yeah, we've done it. We've done it, ladies and gentlemen. I have successfully watched all the Mission Impossible movies myself up to the release of this one. Feeling good about that. I am ready to be activated to give my thoughts.
I just want to do that with my shit. I just got home from this. Is what I was telling Jay. I just got home from seeing the movie. It's so long. There's so many previews, and it took so long. I had to come in, eat a half a bowl of spaghetti and chicken, and make a drink, and we're good to go. We're here. We're here now. Now we're here.
It's yeah, I think it's like 10 minutes longer than Dead Reckoning. And Dead Reckoning was like 2 hours and 34 minutes. So you're looking at almost 3 hours. What is this, Lord of the Rings, Tom? Come on.
Come on, Tom. I might have shit in my teeth. I don't even know. Stuff in my teeth.
Stop eating ass on the way to the movie theater.
I can't help it if they don't wipe well.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll give it a couple minutes before we actually get into the review. Let people slowly trickle in. You're all late for class. You get detention. But how, by the way, for everyone who's here and ready to learn,
I did see that you posted those Patreon videos that I did, but the thumbnails are on there.
They're not. They're not on Patreon, but they're on the YouTube.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, God, because the first review I did, it was like it looked like I looked like I had just like stolen a bunch of stuff from a flea market and had it behind me with like weird bad lighting. Because that's why I put the thumbnail, because it's like, yeah, that does look appealing.
No, so on Patreon it doesn't put the thumbnail for some reason. But on YouTube, it has I made a thumbnail for you. I'm at thumbnail.
You know what? I did a quick recap of the Mission Impossible 1 and 2 though, because I didn't watch those. But it's crazy because in Final Reckoning they reference part 1 a lot.
They do. It's kind of like a hey, remember when?
Remember 30 years ago when we were younger and hotter? That's what we're gonna talk about. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be our last stream, too. We're just going to talk about the old days, which, by the way, is tonight, if nobody knows. We love you guys. This is our final reckoning. We're being put out to pasture.
We're done.
We're gonna be studs at a horse farm.
We're gonna be going
humans
exclusively on Blue Sky to hang out with all the liberals. That's what we're gonna do.
The alien overlords have contacted us, and they think we're hot, and they are going to put us in the stable to mate with people who are what do they call it? Their clocks are ticking. People who are ovulating.
Yep, that's it. And obviously, you guys are in for a treat because these are blind aliens. That's why they think we're hot. Blind aliens.
My wife's giving me a look because she hasn't found out about it yet. I didn't have time to tell her. Like I said, the movie was long.
R says, Jay, you're always thirsty. I know. I just can't wait. I'm a gooner. What can I say? But no, I really do drink a lot of soda. But it is what it is. I don't know.
What does that mean, by the way? What is that?
Gooning?
Mean? Yeah.
I think it's
like
just
a porn thing, right?
No, it's not porn. It's I guess it's just a gooner is like when you're like obsessed with like hot, like scantily clad women, and it's like that you just like they gotta always be like scantily clad with big boobs and all that crap.
Oh, so yeah,
it's supposedly a bad thing. I call that being a hetero man. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know, but I think it's when people are super obsessed with it. But the same, I think it's like it's used as an insult in a way. I don't know, but it's like it's the same kind of stupid thing where people like overuse the word incel. Like people just use that word now and they throw it around all the time. Like you're an incel. It's like he's married. It's like so. It's like okay.
Yeah. Everyone with the beard who doesn't agree with me.
Yeah.
But there are some. I mean, to be fair, some people literally fall under that description. They're like, yeah, that guy actually is. Like,
yeah.
It was
Iron Wolf says, is gooning the same as edging? No. It's not the same. Not the same category even.
Edging sounds hard. I've never tried it. It sounds hard. Like I don't want to do it. It sounds like too much work.
Says, Jay, how dare you be attracted to that hot woman? I know. It's a shame. I got to go to a convent and repent of my sins. For how dare me look at that. That's why all women should wear like ankle-length dresses when they go to the gym. Ankle-length dresses show no skin. No skin.
I was watching one YouTube channel today, dude, and they were covering a horror movie, and like, oh god, I'm not gonna say
were they
the
gooning?
name. No. It was actually the complete opposite. It was like if Twitter created their perfect person. This person, like every time there was something, I really love how we have an exact number of this perfect race here. I like how we pushed away this 90s ideology here. This part of it here is troublesome, so I'm glad we stay. I'm like, will you just talk about the movie, dude? I don't give a shit about the sociopolitics. All right, Christmas. You want to go star? Here's one. Can we move on?
That's called a beta. beta. Virtue signaling bitch is what we call them in the South.
That's actually that's what their channel name was.
Virtue signaling reviews. Hey, it's a smart grift. That's what, just act like you're super on the left and you're like, this is the safe space for all movie reviewers. Yeah. You're like, okay, well, that'll be a grift for you. Good for you.
Yeah, yeah. Both sides do it, but this one was just annoying. I was like, we get it. Okay, just talk about the movie now. Anyway, how are you guys?
That's what we don't. Just like give us the review and move on with your day.
I don't care how many colors of race are in this movie or sexualities. I just want to watch it. Can we do that?
Unless it's called Sinners, you racist shit.
Too many blacks. Really? Too many blacks for my taste. That was a joke. Don't clip it. It was a joke.
Hey, did you? I don't know how to pull the video up. And I actually don't even know where to search for it. But have you guys been seeing that new AI? What is that? I thought that was sweet and sour sauce.
Oh. It's my headphone.
It's like it was a special sweet and sour sauce. No, have you guys seen those new AI videos where they like put up where like what streamers would be like during a nuclear war, and that's all made by AI? Freaking insane, dude. That's crazy. Have you seen that?
No, I saw the Jurassic Park when they're like VO3 is here to stay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what AI made this, but it's like it's fully like voiced, like the whole thing. It looks real. Like it's amazing, and it's like. You go from Will Smith looking like a nightmare dream sequence when he was eating spaghetti, like a couple of years ago with AI, and now it's like full, like they can do short films.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, dude. It's scary. I don't want it. We just watched a whole movie about how that's bad. They should put it away.
Did I hear about I literally just read about it. Jay, did you hear about EA canceling the Black Panther game? I did hear about that.
Racists.
That's what
it's
I
in
heard.
the game, unless you're black.
Well, there was a lot of there was a lot of things going on with that game.
That was a good one, guys. That was a funny joke. I'm so funny.
I do know that one of them, one of the lead creatives on that game had said something that did not go over well for lots of people. She was like, God, white people are just so hard to work with. Like, okay. Hey, that'll get you brownie points. Good job. Good job. But yeah, I don't think it would
put us all up into a category and then make social stereotypes about us.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that particular Cliffhanger Games, I think is what it was called. Now they're all going to be cliffhanging for a job. But I think that was not a good idea for them to go out and start dividing people by race before a game even comes out. It's just, I don't know. It's just stupid marketing because Black Panther's supposed to be a hero for all, but it is what it be. They're shut down now. The studio got shut down. Everybody got axed. And Sony said, I'll still make money.
Sony needs it. They got to make Madame Web.
Amstel 54 says Megan is AI. I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still haven't watched the first one.
You know what though? Honest to God, like, technically, you could, if you wanted to shit on Dead Reckoning as much as I'm not getting into the review yet, but if you wanted to shit on that movie as much as possible, you could just be like, dude, it's T2 ripoff. T2 to this like 96. All right, we get it. That's what I mean.
I was like, yeah, that's what it is, though. I mean, I was like, did James Cameron produce this? Because somebody owe him royalty. I mean, I might as well call it like, I swear, dude, like when I was watching Dead Reckoning, I and even Final Reckoning, I was like, it's Cyberdyne. You guys are fighting Cyberdyne. Systems Model 101. It's like a AI. It's like a prompt was put in on Google AI that says, "Hey, put Mission Impossible and Terminator." Like this is what would happen if Ethan Hunt's IMF team took on Skynet before Skynet was activated.
Plot twist: AI made the movie.
They could. Oh, at this point, no. At this point, they could literally tie in the universe of Mission Impossible to Terminator.
To be fair, Tom Cruise does eat popcorn like he's AI. Like it doesn't actually know how.
That's weird.
But to be fair, I can't actually talk crap because I was eating popcorn in the theater today watching the movie, and I caught myself doing the same thing. And I was like, oh my God, I'm Tom Cruise. I'm Tom Cruise. Because I was doing that. I was like throwing them. I had a handful, and I was throwing, and then I would get tired doing it, and I would just be like, and that's the sound I would make in the theater, too. That's what some people do, the fat shits in the theater. They just, and you can hear them the entire movie stuffing their faces with butter.
God, I could actually hear you getting fatter. Put it down. Like what?
I say like I didn't need a whole bag of peanut butter M&M.
Smoke a cigarette like a man. Yeah, there you go. He goes, hey, die of cancer early. Be a man.
Yeah.
Listen, be a man.
Ignore your kids and never tell them you love them.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Be a man. I want them bad. I always do. I vape, but then I want them bad every freaking time. Like I watch a movie like Mission Impossible Fallout, and immediately I'm like, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette and like go do man things. Just hang outside of a bar and like smoke cigarettes and talk to bikers and just be awesome.
I literally went in the liquor store before I came here just to get soda pop because it's easier to go in. Yeah, no, it's easy to get in there and get pop and get out. But the guy who works there was smoking one, and I walked right through. It's beautiful.
Shoo, it smells good.
And I was like, remember when?
Memories on a cloudy day. Yeah, it's something about that smell, dude. Something about beer and smoking go hand in hand. Yes.
Now, I don't like the smell of beer on other people's breath. But to be fair,
no, that's
I never quit drinking beer, so maybe I would then.
When you drink beer, though, you got that cigarette just completes it. It completes it. After one or two beers, it's the sexual. It's most sexual.
But it's also going to kill you and take you away from your family early, kids.
So alcohol.
So don't do it. The devil made it taste good for a reason.
Are you revealing Insidious 5? Don't talk to me.
The further of lung cancer. No, there was a dude on a scooter in front of me in the gas station the other day. He came zooming around the building because I guess he lives in the apartment, and he was singing and talking to everybody. And I'd been working on the deck, and I was like, dude, I was having like a sugar thing. So I'm like shaking. I'm like, I gotta get these gummies in me and this energy drink. And I'm sweating and I stink like butt and sawdust. And he's just talking away and he's singing. He's like, oh, he's buying him some ciggies. And dude, the liquor wafting off of this dude when he zoomed past me, I was just like, God damn, I want to pull you over, sir.
Dad? That smell activated my memories of Dad. It's not you.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Quitting.
So what we've covered: people in wheelchairs, racism, AI, alcoholism, tobacco, lung cancer.
What other inflammatory things can we talk about tonight before we even get to the 20-minute mark? Let's all push in there. Let's talk about retardation. God,
hey, there we go. We got one. We got another one.
Twitter is just
definitely not monetized anymore.
Well, we weren't. I don't think. I think that for about 7 minutes we were, and then it was gone.
Ironically, we didn't drop any F-bombs, so we might be, because that's what they really care about.
That's true. Yeah,
this was all a ruse.
You could put things in your butt and pretend it's a banana or a wiener, but if you say the word fuck, they will come down on you like Puritans on your ass if you miss church.
Don't give away our content plans when we.
Oh yeah, that's going to be Halloween Horror Month. Is it a like a dildo shaped like a witch's nose, or is it actual penis? We don't know.
Yeah, but can you smell it?
Yeah, that's
depending on how far it goes in.
No, you guys think I'm joking? That's legitimate. I don't know if that video is still up, but it was in the like an educational section of YouTube where it was literally like there was guys that was like guessing whether a penis or a piece of fruit was in their butt.
What do you think it would feel like? Do you think you'd be able to guess that it was French toast if someone shoved French toast in your asshole?
I think the smell would give it away before the film.
We've got nose plugs in, and they just like shoveled French toast into your butthole.
I was like,
you think you'd be able to like, it's bread, but it's a little crispier.
I don't know,
but it's also a little soggy, so I feel like it can't be toast.
I mean, if I were gay, I was like, that guy's got like a sandpaper dick.
Well, no, I don't think any dick would feel that way. It's too.
I don't know.
Unless it was SpongeBob. Probably feels like SpongeBob's dick.
I think you would know if a piece of bread was going in your butthole, though. Like generally speaking.
I'm not saying it's like a surprise. Like I snuck it in, you didn't even know. Here, I pulled it out. Smell it. Like I'm not saying that. Like
would you? But why are you asking like whether or not you would know a piece of French toast was going in your ass?
No.
What are you? I don't know what you're asking.
Someone's thinking French toast.
I literally don't know. I feel like I'm following the plot of Dead
Powdered Toast Man. No. No, if you were playing that game, like, hey, what am I sticking? What food am I sticking in your butt? If they stuck French toast in there, do you think you'd be able to guess that it happened to be?
No, I don't think. No, because it would just be like a ball of dough going in your butt.
So that would be your first guess then?
Well, I mean, like it's some type of doughy material that's trying to be inserted into my anal cavity. So I'm not
want to cook it first. They don't want to get you sick.
Well, then that would be. It's a crunchy piece of dough going into my anal.
Get E. coli by putting poop in your butt.
I think if you stick anything up there that's not supposed to be up there, it's probably a bad. Yeah. You're gambling with fate. I don't think
so. If you stick someone else's poop in your butt, do you think you'd get E. coli from it?
These are questions for the Mythbusters. I don't know. I would imagine it's probably. I think here's the thing. This
is how much I've had to drink tonight. I swear to God.
I think that introducing any type of foreign material into your butthole that's not your own fucking foreign material, I think it's going to cause problems down the road. Like if you took a spoonful of poop and put it in like this is literally like human centipede. What we're talking, we might as well work for Dieter Laser.
Yeah, but it'd go out quick, right?
This is how Dieter Laser's origin story. He started thinking about weird shit. I goes, I wonder if somebody could eat poop, strap their mouth to a butthole, and then they could survive off eating the other person's poop. And that's the origin story of Dieter Laser.
Not even on drugs. They didn't even take an allergy pill this morning because they make me tired. I'm sleepy.
Before 20 minutes, we have just slam dunked it, y'all. That's what we're talking about. Content.
Yeah, we want to see how fast we can get a whole. There's a fly buzzing around me right now. I think I'm literally going to hell.
It's like because you shit your pants.
Oh, thanks. I forgot about that.
That's what it was. I see.
Told you guys the movie was really long. It was a long film that we had to get through. So yeah, Dead Reckoning, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning.
I like
spoiler free. Yeah, I know, Alan. I know.
What?
I'm sorry.
I was here for a movie review. What is this? You're talking about shoving things in your butthole.
Yeah, I got back pain.
That's going to be the new Mission Impossible movie that's coming out after Final Reckoning. Well, so we might as well make it fit. We might as well talk about it. We're 16 minutes in.
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, let's give it your score. Let's just start it different. Give your score for it.
Why do you want to do things backwards?
Because I just feel like getting it out of the way.
I was going to make a gay joke.
That's how I am in the bedroom. It's like, let's just do it really quick. I
mean, yeah. How about we start with becoming?
Like, you want me to do foreplay? Okay. Okay. Now climb on top. It's going to be quick.
That would make it not fun, though. If you start, it hurts now.
It's a transaction. It's a transaction. It's a sexual transaction, but it's like all in love. So what is your score?
I think, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I got to go for a movie. It's an 8.5. For a Mission Impossible film, it's more like a 7.
I gave it. That's exactly what I gave it. I gave it an 8.5.
Yeah,
which is the one I gave Dead Reckoning an 8.5 too. The only one lower on that score, the ones that I watched was what? I gave it an 8.5.
Horse mouth.
No, I gave it an 8.5. I gave
your other scores. We're gonna rank them after this.
Well, my scores don't matter. I have them ranked based on like I liked them, but though I'm saying my score though for Dead Reckoning and Final Reckoning were 8.5.
Yeah, no, I'd probably give the last Dead Reckoning a fraction above this one. I don't know why. You know what the thing is, dude? And this is spoiler free, by the way, guys. Don't worry. You don't have to go or anything. You don't have to go. That's why I tell women after I sleep with them, "Don't stay, please cuddle." Just kidding. I'm married, and my wife has to stay legally. Listen, I'm trying to focus on the
inside
movie.
The psyche of the marriage,
inside of you. No, dude, the thing was with this is like, I felt like this is going to sound bad. It's going to sound like I'm poo-pooing on the movie. But I feel like they could have stopped that Fallout and been just fine. Like, I feel like even both Dead Reckoning movies didn't live up to Fallout. And this one kind of told the same story.
Yeah, dude, Fallout was the pinnacle. And then they went backward after that. I don't know. It's like, so the idea behind Final Reckoning is it's part 2 of Dead Reckoning. It's just a continuation. As we know, a rogue AI called the Entity has at this point in the movie in Final Reckoning has invaded all of cyberspace. It's put its electrodes deep inside the internet and it's having babies. And it's taken over everything, and it can gain access to all the nuclear weapons around the world. And in what it wants to do is launch these nukes at each other, destroy humanity, and then rule over the ashes. Skynet. Wow. Okay. Hello. Original. And then so Ethan Hunt is at the end of Dead Reckoning. He goes off. He's got the little key to unlock the source code to stop the Entity, and that's where we're gonna be in this movie. Him tracking down where it's at. I got to be honest with you, man. The villain in this,
I just want to let you know you nailed that description.
Gabriel fucking sucks. I hate that bad guy, dude. Gabriel is one of the worst villains. He was worse in this one. He goes, "Catch me if you can, Ethan." I was like, is this an
the whole time?
I was like, is this an Adam West fucking Batman cartoon? What is this or show? Because he comes off as a soap opera bad guy. He doesn't come off as villainous really or intimidating. The best bad guy of the entire Mission Impossible franchise was always Philip Seymour Hoffman. He just was. John Voight was good too. But Philip Seymour Hoffman was the pinnacle of good bad guys. This guy sucks. I would have rather taken Solomon Shitstain or Solomon Lane over this guy. I hate this guy and they were trying to make him like he's equal footing with Ethan.
No, dude. No, it really was the whole time. He was like, "Haha, Ethan, you can't catch me. Look at these wonderful boat shoes I just bought from the department store."
Yeah,
like the whole entire time. Every time they'd be like, he'd be like, God, I'm so handsome.
He'd like try to make looks and stuff. It's like, you're not hot. What are you doing? Like, it's not that impressive. He's like, he tried to get smoldering looks. I'm like,
how many times were they going to remind us of what he was wearing on his necklace? The camera panned to his necklace 20 goddamn times. Like, we know Ethan's after what's on the necklace. Camera, stop.
Dude, you know what my favorite? One of my favorite parts of the movie is like the airplane scene. I thought at first it was kind of boring because nothing really was happening until he broke that fucker's arm and I heard him scream. I was like, oh yeah, fucking scream more. I maybe that's what, maybe he actually was a good bad guy because I hated him so much. But the reason why I didn't like him was because the guy that was playing, you know, he's a fine actor, but this particular villain was wrote in the most over the top cartoonish caricature way. It's not, he doesn't even feel like he fits in the Mission Impossible universe. He just feels like a Batman, but like I don't know, an Adam West Batman villain.
No, you're 100% right. Yeah, I was waiting for Ethan Hawke and the plane behind him to be like, haha, shark repellent spray. Now I've got him, you know. But and also do the stunts. Like the stunts were great, right? For any other movie, they'd be top notch. And I'm sure they were. I think it's a situation where the stunts were harder for them to film than any of the other ones. Sure. They may have been more actually dangerous for Tom Cruise, sure. But honestly, from the audience perspective, I don't think even the big stunts lived up to what they did in Fallout and some of the other ones.
The biggest stunt they did was the airplane scene.
Yeah.
And that was that was the most involved. Well, that was the most involved one, unless like Tom Cruise actually did go to the bottom of the ocean and go into a submarine. Other than that, I don't think that was real. But if it was, wow, Tom, you're really going out there. Tom Cruise's next movie is going to be like, I'm going to really die on camera, and then I want you to really
Flatliners remake.
Yeah, I'm gonna really die, and then you revive me for real. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was. I did like that scene. I know it wasn't like real, you know, in the way that this. I mean, there was obviously some stunts going on, but him going to the bottom of the ocean with that submarine and looking for that source code was fucking awesome. I really enjoyed that entire sequence.
Yeah, the underwater stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like some of that was real. Like he had to do some super dangerous stuff to go in that. Like he couldn't breathe underwater. I didn't watch the featurette, but apparently the underwater scene was really hard for him and super dangerous. Yeah. But for us, like I think the most amazing spectacle was definitely the plane stuff, because you could see, dude, like you could see the wind trying to knock Tommy off that plane, and we're like, no, like his hair turned into a perfect bowl cut. He looked like Green Lantern in the new Superman movie. Like you could see him struggling, and you could tell it was real. And I will say this, regardless of like where I rank this movie in the franchise and if it was a fitting end or they could have stopped at Fallout, what I will say is that the entire time you still get the exact same feeling as you do when you're watching Top Gun Maverick. You're watching it and you're like, they just don't, dude, you can see the effort. Like you don't know exactly what's going on or how much danger he's actually in, but the palpableness between this and other movies' action sequences are insane. It feels like you're in the 90s, and you get that sense of like, we better appreciate this right now, because they just don't do this anymore, man. Yeah, and they probably never will again.
Well, it's not Fallout. It's definitely not Fallout, but it's not bad. I like this one better than Dead Reckoning. And it was if it was a send-off letter, it was a good send-off letter, but it's not. I mean, it's not a spoiler. It kind of, well, it skirts the line of being a spoiler, but the way the movie ends, there's definitely more doors and possibilities for another Mission Impossible movie if they wanted to. Yeah, and I'm kind of like, I don't know about that though, dog. I don't know about that. But other than that, and then there was one. I mean, I think that the scenes between Luther and him were really good. I did like that.
Yeah, I did get teary-eyed like twice, but there was like that was me. That was me though. Like, there's not a lot of emotional stuff, but like, dude, Fallout, the ending made me cry. Like, there's a couple times, and what it is, dude, I think I figured it out about this entire franchise, and they landed this plane well. I didn't mean to make that pun there, but they landed this plane well. I think the emotional core of these movies, where it makes a difference than just like another action movie that's just nonstop action. The core of these movies is that he's just a really good person, right? And like he'll do anything for his friends and his family, and he'll do and I think everybody on planet Earth can sympathize with that. They can sympathize with messing up, with feeling like you're going to mess up, and they can sympathize with you can emotionally connect with the fact that this guy will do anything for the people that he loves. And I feel like they nailed that it had just enough of that emotional DNA for you to feel connected to it, and also throw popcorn in your mouth while you're watching Tom Cruise.
Well,
boom,
I
boom.
wish Ethan Hunt had felt this way, and he could have saved Emilio Estevez all the way back in Mission Impossible.
Yeah, except for Emilio.
Oh no, he had to be cool. I'm still salty over that dude. Every fucking I love that team that he had in the first movie. I thought that team was awesome. And by the way, whatever fucking happened to Jonathan Rhys Davis from the third one, he just doesn't show up ever again.
I forgot he was even in it. I don't.
Yeah, he didn't die, and there was like another chick in there too. Then she didn't die either, and they just went on. They're like, fuck Ethan, he's fine. We'll want to help out.
Yeah. Well, dude, but you're right. Like some of the Ving Rhames stuff, I got a little teary. The connection, but I'll also say this though, it's too long. Like people are gonna poo-poo that. It's too long, man. Like, listen, the underwater stunt was great, but I feel like that's a scene that I'll be able to appreciate way more in 5 years when I could sit down at home and scratch my underoos and watch it. Yeah, but in the movie, it's an itchy one.
Yeah,
I should get some cream.
It's that new one. It's new.
Did Monostat and then 4. But I feel like at that point in the movie, I've been in the theater for 2 hours, and that stunt takes so long to set up. And it's like, you can't help but be like, I'm just like, I think we could have picked some of this up. Like, there's a point at the end of the movie where everyone just walks out into the frame and stares at each other for like 20 seconds. And everybody in the theater is thinking, God, my dick hurts. I just want to go pee. Is this the end of the movie or not? Like, they really
I got to watch Tom do something crazy. I got to go pee though. Picky got to go pee. You know what?
They could have cut 30 minutes out, I think. Easy.
Well, I think they could have cut 30 minutes out of the other one too. I don't know why they chose. Well, the problem with it is that this movie, I don't feel like this movie needed as much exposition as the last one. I understand, even though it was way too long too. Like setting it all up, understanding why we're here, what we're doing, and all the implications of this rogue AI and what it can cause. Like, I get it. It's a bad AI. It's gonna fuck us with nuclear missiles.
How many times do you have to tell us?
You got to stop it. I get it. I've seen Terminator. I know about it. All right. It's going to lead to bad things if that thing gets control of the world's arsenal. But at the end of the day, the exposition and the supposition that they keep on doing in the Final Reckoning, I was like, I don't need all that shit, dude. And then it's like they wanted to create scenes.
I never heard it called that before. You stay daisy chaining those beers.
These are diet sodas, but yeah, I am. Thanks for noticing. I'm glad you're watching. But no, I will say, it's like they wanted to make more room for nostalgia drops so they could show flashbacks of the first movie. And by the way, did you notice that Gabriel was supposed to be like he was the one that really got under Ethan's skin, because it happened all the way back supposedly in Mission Impossible 2 when he kills that girl. And I'm like, he wasn't even in the fucking movie.
Yeah, dude.
Why didn't you just bring another character back that he had a run-in with in one of the previous? Because like I said, I literally would have taken Solomon Shitstain. I swear to God, and I hate that guy. Like, at least he looked a little bit. Well, at least he looked a little bit better in Fallout. He looked like with a beard. He kind of did look like an old pirate captain from the 1850s. But it was better than like what he looked like before in the other movie. But yeah, dude. Yeah. Overall, it's still a good movie. It's still a good Mission Impossible movie. It's got the action that you want. It's got some good drama moments. But otherwise, I definitely feel they drawed it out way too long.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. If like literally Fallout was the pinnacle, and like the thing is, dude, like, even the plane sequence at the end, it was so good and whatnot. It really was. But like, wasn't that the exact same thing they did with Henry Cavill in Fallout?
Yeah,
like, he had the thing that he needed
to get.
Yeah,
but that was way better and way more detailed. But I think it was like, we ain't got shit to do. It's like, what are we got? I mean, I don't know what to do. Like, what are we gonna do? Because this is the problem. It's the thing. It's like the M. Night Shyamalan effect. It's like, but it's different. M. Night Shyamalan is like trapped in this never-ending hell where he also has to nonstop put twists in his movies forever. Like, it's all like, because people will be mad if he doesn't. If there's nothing in there that's better than the last movie, he sucks. Tom Cruise is in a position where he has to outdo himself from the last movie. So whatever crazy stunt he did that one, now he's got to do something crazy. It's like, hey, Tom, jump off the International Space Station. What? Just skydive that shit.
No, 100%, dude. And like, I really just that's if I had to put this movie in a box in a little stupid Rotten Tomatoes blurb, it would be, the movie's great. It's a great movie. It's another great Mission Impossible movie. However, everything this movie did, Fallout did better. It is kind of the same thing.
Yeah, my thing would be a really good steak, but overdone. 3 stars.
It's a little chewy, Steve.
A little chewy. I don't know. What kind of meat did you use? What was the cut? T-bone. That I wanted it sirloin.
Yeah, dude. You know it's a great franchise though when we can give a movie an 8.5 and still have this much crap to say about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a great franchise. Well done, Tom.
Yeah.
And everyone.
Awesome. Well, you know, he did. I think I don't know if he tweeted this. By the way, that girl that was in the submarine, I think that's the chick from The Flash that was Supergirl. The one with the short hair that was like, like watching him shower. I'm like, you like men. Don't act like you don't. You fucking want him.
Stop
really
pretending.
Bad. You want
Stop
Tom
lying.
Cruise. You want Tom. But I think that was her. She also kind of reminded me of the chick from Aliens. He was like, hey, Ortegas or whatever. And he was like, does anyone ever think of you as a man or mistake you for a man? He's like, no, how about you? She kind of looked like that. She kind of looked like that one chick with the bandana. But anyway, and also I like that captain too. The one that was in the captain of the submarine. That
he was awesome.
Do you know what he reminded me of like an old like 80s Carl Weathers with the big mustachio and the way they shot it. He looked like, I was like, that's what I'm talking about. I want to see more of that.
I like that guy a lot. I thought Madame Presidente was pretty good too. Like she nailed that part. Yeah, I didn't see the point of Nick Offerman being in that role.
He literally, I was like, and why'd you take his Pringles mustachio off? Like you took his mustachio away, and he looked dumb. But I mean, yeah. And then there's there were more parts in this movie that didn't make sense. Like when he asked the one guy, the private, for his gun, and then he walks off with it. And then I was like, I was like, shoot somebody! I thought he was going to shoot himself because it was coming down to the final wire, and I thought he was like panicking. And then he just had the gun. I mean, I was like, but don't you have a sidearm anyway? But anyway, it did.
I guess it was made to make us think he was going to.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, I forgot, because you know how like you've had in the other movies, you had the apostles who were the subset from the group, the syndicate, and then after the apostles, you had to keep on going with this theme. So the followers of the apocalyptic tech god, the entity, are called the acolytes. I was like, oh my god, dude, come on now, stop. We don't have to keep doing this. But anyway, yeah, it's an 8.5 overall. Like, it's definitely a movie. Like, I don't know, honest to God, it's a fun movie to watch in the theater, but you could probably wait for it to come out on Paramount Plus or whatever and watch it then, because it's a long fucking film.
Yeah, like if you have the time that day and you want some popcorn in your mouth hole, and like, it's absolutely for sure. But I agree with you. Like, I saw it in the big holy shit DX. Like, the theater literally blew air in my face, like during scenes. But yeah,
she's the chick in the Annihilation movie.
Oh, the Alex Garland movie. I don't remember. I just remember the bear in that.
Well, film. She does look like her. Maybe that was just the thing. But yeah,
they don't all look the same.
What, a white girl with short hair?
Women.
Oh,
sexist.
Okay.
Excuse me. So that's our. What did you guys give it? What did you guys give it? Who saw?
By the way, that's what I would do on Twitter. If somebody called me a racist, or I'd be like, okay. That pissed them off more. Okay, but anyway,
yeah, no, 100%. I actually had an awkward moment in the theater though, dude, because I thought I knew where the D-Box theater was, so like I just like went towards it.
Yeah,
and I go in. I bought my ticket, got my popcorn, and I go in and I pass this blonde lady, and she's got like 10 kids with her. They're all boys. I don't know if she's like she's starting a fucking basketball team.
Your husband's been busy, eh?
Yeah. But like, and like, in passing, looked at her, smiled, hello, but they had gone, I think they had done the same thing, but they walk out and I'm walking this way and they walk this way to go back towards the right theater. I realized my theater's over there. So it looked like I turned around and followed them. And then of course they go into Mission Impossible on the other side of the theater, and I go in, and then I got confused about where my seat was. So I thought I was in G, or I thought I was in F. I was in G. So I go and I sit down there in the row behind me, like 2 seats off, and I sit down and I look at my ticket and I go, oh crap. So then I have to get up from that seat and then go sit next to them, and it totally looked like I was just following them around the movie theater. But however awkward it made her feel, I didn't look their way the entire movie because I was just really afraid to make them feel awkward.
Yeah.
But they paid me back because those goddamn kids are back on the escalator. They got up and peed about 13 fucking times.
Yeah. Sounds like me. I gotta go pee myself. I have to go pee. I've been slinging these fucking sodas, but I have to go pee too. But yeah, 8.5 for me, 8.5 for you. It was a good movie. I just think that it's I would recommend waiting for it to come out on theater, unless you're really into the wanting to see it, like the action stuff of it. But it takes a minute to get there.
Yeah, I would recommend seeing it. I disagree with you. Go see it.
Give a good
pieces of shit, and support good movie making, or else we're gonna get another sleazy eye slop fest in your asshole like a chili dog or French toast.
Yeah, Mike's got this obsession so far about like shoving food in your asshole.
Kind of thinking about it now.
I mean, why? Why not? It's been put in my brain as well.
It's safe.
Now I want to look it up. Would you know, like, if food was stuck in your butthole, would you know?
I don't feel like there's a Google search for that. Maybe
There,
AI.
100% there is.
Go pee.
No, I'm fine. I'm just gonna wait a second.
You don't have to pee now.
No, I do, but I'm gonna wait a second.
Why? Is someone?
I'm gonna let it percolate. So it's
That's
a good
weird.
One. I do that. I don't know.
Do you ever moan like when you pee?
That's gay, Mike. That's gay.
A little bit.
What y'all think? Tucked in, tucked out. Oh man, tucked out. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
You know what's not gay is punctuation. Like it's just 2 extra letters. WK. Jesus Christ, man. Okay. That's maybe you get your calories down if you eat it through your butt.
You hold that piss. I gotta hold it.
Why? Why are you doing this?
I'm just waiting. I don't know because I feel kind of bad. We only got 35 minutes in, and now I gotta go pee pee.
Okay. Go. I'm gonna show everybody my wiener.
Ask Chat GPT what about? No, I'm not gonna ask.
I don't want that in my Chat GPT.
Yeah, that's weird. And I'll probably be like, for safety reasons, we're not gonna give you that perverted type of answer. Sorry, but you've been reported.
You gotta pay for the good one. Yeah, don't look at my Google searches. It's just a bunch of, do I have cancer? It's really safe actually. To go
How do you know this, S Rose? Are you in there?
There's nothing wrong with peeing sitting down, boys. All right, let me tell you something, especially.
Have you ever felt a certain kind of way when you think you've got to poop and you're sitting in there and then you just pee and you're like, I just literally peed sitting down. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's fine. It's whatever.
No, dude, I do it all the time. I probably do it once a day at least. I don't think, not in public. Like you're not going to go sit down and pee in public, but if you're at home, it's the middle of the night, you're afraid to like, you're groggy eyed, or maybe you have a boner. And like, you don't want to like do the thing where you have to like push it down, like 40-year virgin sprays back in your face. I'll sit down. It's comforting. Just sit down, like think for a second, just relax.
I don't do it on purpose. I don't purposely sit on the toilet to pee, but I mean, it's like, well, you know, it happens, so it is what it is. I'll just accept it.
What on God's green earth would make you say Laura Rivera at a time like this, Eric?
He's thinking about her.
I must have missed something.
It's fine.
She's not here, is she?
We're fans. All right,
I'm so embarrassed. All right, no, it got him. Got up with him. He just wanted to surprise me with it. He didn't want me to like take my time and know he's going to pee. Son of a bitch. Absolute. He's a terrible lover too. He's not giving. He doesn't pay attention to the details. There's no foreplay. It's just like lay down, and I'm like, fine. What? Oh, sorry, wrong YouTube channel. Dear Abby, dear Abby, hi Holly. I really appreciate that. Put a lot of work in those videos, Joe Blow, and they're good people over there, so I like working with them a lot. But yeah. I just sent him a new one this month. By the way, a lot of people don't know this. I film a couple videos for him, like one a month, with my face on it. But I write, you know, a handful of videos for them a week that other people narrate and put on there. So a bunch of videos on there, like the what the F videos. Not a bunch, not like more than anybody else or anything, but like yeah, I got about every week or so. There's a video or two that I wrote that goes on there, and it's fun. I like it. Fills up your movie knowledge. You know, it really, it's nice it's fun. I just like talking and writing about movies. It feels good in and around the home. So I appreciate you guys following that. My back is so messed up right now. So if you see me like doing this constantly, I'm not like trying to squeeze the French toast back out of my butt that I had someone shove up there earlier. The reason is because I went golfing on Labor Day and embarrassingly, second hole, went to hit a shot, hadn't played in a while, went to little chippy, and totally try to hit the shit out of it and just whiffed completely. And I've been working on the deck and stuff and working on the pool. So my back's been like sore anyways, completely whiffed, missed the ball, swung the pole around, and then immediately just back just popped and like bounced around on one leg, finished the whole 18 holes. And cause I was embarrassed. And yeah, I've been immobile for like the past 2 days. I've been just like groaning every time I move, but it's getting a little better today. You know what I did though? Those heaters in the theater finally came into play. You know those annoying heaters that they have in the nice theaters? You press the thing and you're like, why am I on fire all of a sudden? You see the little red lights, like, oh, I pressed the stupid heater button. Why would anybody need that? It was nice today because I turned that sumbitch up to 11 and just like pushed my back against it and just like it was like a little heating pad on my little backy back.
Your vibrator?
And I fucked the guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew I walked in on him talking about his favorite toys.
Yeah, I told you it was personal. It was personal. I didn't want to share everybody but you. No, I hurt my back golfing like an old gay person.
Oh yeah, I forgot you went there.
Yeah, to the golf.
To the golf.
To the golf.
Yeah. So what's your heritage? Is it homosexual?
Did I shirt? Do they make it in men's?
Yes, actually.
was terrible, by the way. I was awful. I was horrible. I hurt my back.
I've never been golfing. I love putt, but I never been on the big boy course. I don't know. I don't think I'd like it.
Oh, dude, it's so fun because you get to drive the car around.
Sounds boring as shit, though.
Outside. Oh, it's so fun. It's nice just to have an excuse to be outside for 3 hours, not be doing manual labor.
I said, "What's your heritage?" Because mine is, yeah.
Yeah, we know, Mike. All right, we know.
Everybody knows you have a good time, Mike. Everybody knows.
Is KFC still open?
Yeah. No, yeah. I never got into the idea of going to the golf course and just hanging out with the boys and having like the little sweaters that are wrapped around and then be like, yo, look at those fucking nerds that can't afford to come here.
Dude, it is expensive. That's
Phil Mickelson is the best. What do you guys think? Have another Michelob Ultra, Sammy. Hey, Todd, go over there and make sure that those bitches are hurrying up because the women shouldn't even be on the golf course.
Put the wrong spin on it, man.
Clyde, will you please tell them?
Put the wrong spin on it. It's an excuse to sit outside with your friends for 3 hours and drink Bud Lights.
That is true. I know that. Well, yeah, but we could just go bowling and do that.
Yeah, but you're not outside. You're in a depressing ass bowling hall, and some
no,
fat guy with a Mario mustache staring at you.
They got air conditioning. And they got cool lights that go off.
Sometimes, yeah, you got to be in the right mood though.
Dude,
you can also hurt your back doing that.
The funniest, well, yeah, but you could also girly stall it and roll it. You don't have to do the funniest bowling alley. I swear to you, I still think it was like out of a cartoon. We went for my brother's birthday years ago, and I'll never I've never seen it in real life. I've never seen it in real life. I've only seen it in movies. Cody went
a vagina.
No, I've only heard about those, especially like the ones that are like, you know, the G spot. That's definitely an unheard of mythology. But no,
it's called a lazy river.
That's what I heard. Yeah, the whispering eye. It's going to be the new Mission Impossible movie to find what that is. But no, anyhow, we was at the bowling alley, and like I said, I've never seen it in real life, but he didn't let go of the ball when he was rolling it, and he flew like a little bit like Superman and fucking pancaked right on the aisle and the lane. And everybody was like, but he actually got pissed, and he like jumped up really quick because everyone was like, "What the fuck?" He was mad, and I'm like, dude, you literally like pancaked your face into like it was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
The worst thing you can do when you fall down and embarrass yourself is get mad. You have to laugh, like, because otherwise you just make it so much worse.
Well, when he hit the fucking floor, he should have like done the worm or something, or like done like a sexual crawl, like toward the pins.
I haven't done that, dude.
Like done some Madonna.
I haven't done that, but several times because I try to throw it as hard as because I can't spin it. I haven't figured that out. So when I bowl, I just throw it as hard as I can and hope that makes up for it. But dude, sometimes I'll throw it and it'll get stuck on my finger and it'll fly way up in the air. And then when it hits the ground, it'll make the biggest, loudest sound. And then everybody turns around and stares at me. It's really embarrassing.
I love bowling, dude. Bowling's actually really fun.
Well, we gotta go bowling sometime. I don't think we've ever gone bowling.
That would require me leaving my house, and I won't do it.
We go bowling in your house. We'll set up some.
We'll just set up some like Nerf ones,
some glassware.
We'll put them the Nerf ones in the hallway, and we'll just roll it. How about we play Wii golf and Wii bowling? That's fun.
Yeah, dude, Wii golf and Wii bowling was the shit.
I love it.
And I got bored of it pretty quickly.
I got a turkey on there. I never got a turkey. Well, no, I actually, dude, that was I remember I was losing a game of bowling one time, and I actually got 3 strikes in a row, and it was turkey. I'm like, wow.
Oh, shit.
That's what they call it.
I don't think I've ever gotten 3 strikes in a row. I've gotten 2.
I also like bowling for soup. The band.
How's the song go?
Is it that 1985?
Yeah. 1985. I don't think that was the first one though. The first one where they made fun
Madonna, way before Nirvana. Yeah, that was them. I think that was their biggest hit.
No, they had one before that was better, but I can't remember it.
I can't remember it.
Let's tell me you guys understand. We've been ignoring you for far too long. JK says rank these vampire movies best to worst. Dusk Till Dawn, Lost Boys, Fright Night, Sinners. Well, that's tough, and you're trying to put us in a box here, and I don't appreciate it.
From Dusk Till Dawn, Lost Boys, Fright Night, Sinners.
From Dusk Till Dawn, Lost Boys, Fright Night, and Sinners.
I like how I dragged that out like he was going to disagree, but you can't, you son of a bitch.
I wanted to, but we have the same mind when it comes
to shall not
fart. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. This chair is fucking killing me. Blake! Look at Blake.
You got to pop those anal beads out. It's not good for you while we're
I'm
streaming.
trying to squeeze them out. Tom Cruise jacks off to completion at one point in the film. Cock and balls and hand on screen. 10 out of 10. Love the content. Can't wait for Stu to be live in the studio. Hell yeah, buddy!
What Tom Cruise movie? What were you watching? Mission Jizzpossible is what
we said. No spoilers, Blake.
God, good job. Now everyone's going to get mad at us. That was the moment. By the way, did you think that Peggy Carter, which Grace is her name in the movie, and she was in Dead Reckoning? I felt like she was shoehorned in. She was fine. Like I didn't mind her, but I felt like they were really trying to force that like romance subplot in Dead Reckoning.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a law
in Final Possible.
There has to be a pretty girl watching him do badass shit.
Yeah, you know? And by the way, the one chick that's Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy, I can't remember her name. She was awful in Dead Reckoning. She was better in Final Reckoning.
Oh, was that the one where her entire purpose in the film was like, I really want to shoot that guy?
Yeah, when I was doing the review, I was like, her whole character backstory was like, just faces. She's like, oh, I can't wait to run him down with my goddamn Jeep.
It really was. I love what they did with the dude from Mission Impossible 1, by the way. Gave him a sweet
Kitteridge.
No, I love that too. But the dude from the Vault and the Pentagon.
Yeah, that guy was cool too. Yeah, I did. That was awesome.
I really enjoyed that a lot. But yeah, Tom Cruise and Ving Rhames pops his head around the corner. He's like, "Did he come or what?"
And then he was like, "Fuck y'all," and then he walked out.
I'm gonna say something unpopular. You know who I feel is kind of shoehorned into the franchise a little bit?
I know you're gonna say Simon Pegg.
Like, I don't know, just like.
Well, he was the comedic relief.
Yeah, but he wasn't that funny.
He was all right.
Yeah, I like Simon Pegg just about anything. I think that character could have been more than what they did with him.
Bingy.
It's just like they were constantly like, look, he can do stuff too. Yay!
Well, he got more competent in this one, or he was more competent, but it took a while. I was like, holy shit, you just now learned how to be an effective field agent, like just now.
Well, yeah, and it kind of feels like they have to think of shit for him to do during the movie. Kind of like that. I think that's why Jeremy Renner was no longer a part. It's like, it's Jeremy Renner, so we got to have him to do something.
I told you, my theory on that was because they couldn't have two Tom Cruises. That's the problem. Because Jeremy Renner was literally the exact same as Ethan Hunt. He could do everything Ethan Hunt could do.
Do you think the best bad guy in the franchise was absolutely Henry Cavill?
The absolute best is Philip Seymour Hoffman, but Henry Cavill behind him.
Thank you for correcting me, sir.
Yes.
I'm sorry, sir. May I have another?
Yes, you may. Open your mouth.
You're absolutely
Philip
correct.
Seymour Hoffman is the best, but definitely Henry Cavill's behind him.
Yeah, he was the closest they got to like anti-Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
that Joss Whedon mustachio was worth it. It looked like shit, but I'm glad he had it. It looked awesome.
Yeah. Set her off. What's up, buddy? He says, hey, Mike J, did you hear the story of the movie theater ceiling collapsing during a screening for Final Destination Bloodlines? Only one person was hurt.
No.
Yeah. And they got lucky because apparently it just missed their head. Would have killed them, apparently.
That's hell of a marketing strategy, Cotton. Let's see if that pays off.
That's why I don't go bungee jumping in Mexico. They just don't have the regulations.
Holy shit.
But yeah, dude, that would be...
If the roof of the theater collapsed while you were watching Final Destination, it should be like, that was awesome. People, let me see more of the movie. I'd be like more hyped. I'd be scared at first and then run and pee real quick, then come back and be like, that was awesome, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, like man, they're really upgraded these theaters since the last time I was here. That shit felt real.
This AI is getting out of control. Like this is like crazy how they staged this.
Yeah, I'm never going back to my old theater. Slash and Cast, hello boys.
Hello.
I love and miss you too. Long sweet time in butthole. Yes. Did I say 2 fingers? I meant 3.
Hit it in that prostate.
Squeeze it. Tanner Bowes.
Hey, Tanner.
You guys gonna do another get together this October like last year? Y'all too sexy. I can't stay away.
Tanner's a real one, dude. Tanner's a real one. He's a fucking badass, dude. Like he was the one that came out to the karaoke event last year for us too.
Hell yeah, handsome and also a smart double threat kind of guy.
And stayed in line with me while that creepy guy was talking about weird things. And I was like, huh?
Yeah.
What? Huh?
Yeah.
Devil.
Jay was like Pedro Pascal on the stage at Comic-Con with the chick from Fantastic Four. The guy started talking to Jay, and Jay just started rubbing Tanner's arm.
I just grabbed it, and then he held my hand, and he like swung it back and forth lovingly and assuredly. I don't know. Well, we got some other plans coming up for October. We haven't really ruled out the possibility of us doing some type of maybe meetup. We don't know yet. That's still a few months away. But as far as like going to the festive scares, hell no. No more for us.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to say that we won't end up like, I got to go walk around, but like, our meetup's not going to be scheduled at the same time as Scarefest this year. I can promise you that. So that I do know. I feel bad having people come to an area where there's an event that we don't support. It feels like a conflict of like, so, and again, it being in October's crazy. So we're trying to, it won't be then. That's what we're saying.
We're going to have it at Mike's place, and he's going to give out all the information, candies for all. And Mike's going to have it at his new deck, and we're all going to be at partying in his backyard.
That's right. Yeah, dude, you know what's crazy though? I will say this. We did manage to, and it wasn't us, it was a lot of the people that worked on it and set it up. But we managed to have a WHAM meetup at like a mansion with like a pool and like a really nice shower and like 1,000 bedrooms and like pool tables and all this cool shit. And it actually, like, nothing got damaged. No one died. Some people got their feelings hurt. But like, you know, like they're like we actually like handled that.
First off, I would ask you not give my personal, accounts out to the public. I only got slightly feelings hurt. That was it.
I'm proud of us for that. More the poor people that put it on. Tyler, you don't look like a Tyler. You look like a Dolly. Boys, allow me to apologize for my tasteless joke the other night. I was heavily crossfaded and therefore could not be held responsible for any of my words. I did, however, beat myself with a broom to a tone. Love you guys. Tyler, I don't remember what you said.
I don't either, dude. That's the good thing about drinking. You forget.
Never apologize.
I don't know what you did. If you did, I don't think you said as long as it wasn't something that would get us like banned. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, show us your dick.
Yeah, it's fine. All is forgiven.
Yeah, we don't remember it, but you better not do it again. Okay, we're like that, Dad. You know.
Yeah,
I was too drunk to remember.
Now, son, I mean it.
But your mom was upset. No, don't worry, buddy. Thank you, by the way. Appreciate
you, Tyler.
Appreciate you, man. Wow, Willie says Andrew Koji as Ryu, Noah Centillo as Ken Masters, Alan Richardson as Guile, Jason Momoa as Blanca. This cast. What are the chances Street Fighter is better than Mortal Kombat?
I don't think. Listen, I've always been a huge Mortal Kombat fan. I don't know if Street, like the new one that's coming out, that's not the cast, is it? Is that the?
I don't know.
I haven't followed anything with Street Fighter. I've always been a Mortal Kombat guy, but I mean, that's all. That all sounds good, except Jason Momoa as Blanca. It's fine. I mean, he just doesn't talk. He just goes. It'd be probably his best acting performance ever. If he
it's fan art, but dude, it does look legit. Like
anything would be better than the Van Damme one that they released.
That looks good.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great, but I'm saying, yeah, I mean, anything's going to be uphill from what they released with Van Damme. So
yeah,
because the best thing about that movie was the guy that played Bison, Raul, the guy that was in the Addams Family. I can't remember but that guy was awesome.
Dude, you know what they're missing with these movies? And I can't remember because the story had me a little bored and disappointed with Mortal Kombat. What they need to do, if you want to make a Mortal Kombat movie, if you want to make a Street Fighter movie where there's not a lot of story around that stuff, you need to hire somebody that's done like the John Wick movies and shit like that. Or Gareth Evans, even though Havoc sucked butt. Somebody who did movies like The Raid and shit like that, someone who's amazing at fight scenes, and just whittle together a little story, but just have the fight scenes be super intense and well choreographed. And I think you win.
The 95 Mortal Kombat movie was great. Like it was cheesy, definitely, but they did a great job making that story like something that vanilla fans could like actually digest in the theater. It wasn't like that. And that was a hard pancake to swallow because Street Fighter would be, in my opinion, easier to make than Mortal Kombat when you got like wizards and like soul-stealing butt cracks out there that are like just, over-the-top bad guys. But the guy that, and it's so funny, the guy that did that was Paul Anderson, Mortal Kombat. But the reason the guy, he didn't, because he wanted to change all that shit like he did with Resident Evil. But the writer was like, nah, shut up, Paul. Just direct it.
I feel the need to mention it anytime Street Fighter's brought up, though. As much as that movie sucked donkey thick, Raul Julia rocked the shit.
That's what I'm saying. That was the one that was the Bison. He was the best one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but either way, I will say that that cast sounds good. And if you're a Street Fighter fan, that would be obviously the home run hit for you. But in my opinion, I don't think Street Fighter will ever be as good as Mortal Kombat. I've always loved the story of Mortal Kombat. I like the characters better. It's just what it is.
Yeah, Gary. Hey guys, look, it's the racist YouTubers back again. Where are they?
Gary, you son of a bitch. You bringing racist YouTubers into our chat? What are you doing?
Bitch, get them out of here. I love women. Michael Pot said 3 more days, dude. What happens in 3 days, Michael?
For what? What are you doing? Are you doing a tantric thing? Are you like what's his name from American Pie, where you're like saving up all your cum and you're gonna release it in one glorious day, like in American Pie 2?
You mean Take It Back is coming out?
What was that?
Take It Back, Leave Her Alone, whatever it's called.
Yeah, no, because American Pie 2 Shitbrick was like he was saving it all up for Stifler's mom, and then when she wasn't coming, because it's everything is wasted.
Hey, I gotta pee and refill my drink.
Okay.
We're at Take It or Leave It at 7-Eleven.
Well, I don't know if it was called tantric. What was it?
Tantric, yeah.
No, what was your where were we at?
Oh, 7-Eleven Pem with Take It or Leave It.
I got you.
Better back.
Okay. I'll see you soon. Didn't leave. God damn, what an asshole. Hey guys, look, I'm just gonna be honest with you 100%. I know I act like a good guy, and I don't really mean to be, because really in the inside, I hate women. I dislike people of color. And I'll tell you this right now, if I had my druthers, don't you ever get on camera while I'm talking.
That was pretty good.
Anyhow, so we've got Take It or Leave It. He says, hey,
you got me in a box here.
Oh, shit! Take It or Leave It says, hey, Corey Feldman, ask Chalice what his next orgy is. As you'd love to join. Chalice naturally Feldman was the one guy you won't smash, so reject him, but let him down nicely. Example, it's not you, it's me. Thank you, Take It or Leave It. That's what we like to see. That's a production note. That is a script that this man is going to give us. He's giving us a scene. When Mike comes back, I will do that for you. By the way, I watched well, you know what? I'm going to get off the Corey Feldman train, but it's wild, dude. Like, there's some more stuff about him. Crazy. Eduardo Santiago. By the way, Take It or Leave It. I will do that. Just wait when Mike gets back. Speaking of James Cameron, the submarine crew needs to be cast as Space Marines. It was definitely a love letter to all James Cameron films, dude. It really was. That's what Mike and I were talking about during the route. 100%. Like the captain of the ship, the setting. It did feel like that. It felt like a very 80ish, like an 80s, like early 90s type of James Cameron film, or the guy that did The Rock, not what's his name, not Kubrick, what the fuck's his name? Anyway, it kind of felt like that. But yes, 100%, it was definitely a love letter. Good call out, Eduardo. Colton says, sup boys, well, it happened. My 3-year-old son dropped the F-bomb. All right, congratulations. Weird moment, because you want to laugh, but then you give a Dr. Loomis all talking to. Yeah, dude, I'm lucky. I don't have any children, so I couldn't even imagine. But that probably, like, you know, you're like, hey, little Timmy, it's time to go to school. It's like, fuck. I'm like, what are you saying? What school are you going to? It's ridiculous. Hey, but congratulations. I'm glad that you gave him a Dr. Loomis style talking to as well. That, God damn it, you don't ever say that. No. But here we go. Mercutio 80. Hey guys, can Slenderman and Mark Wahlberg sing the Mockingbird song from Dumb and Dumber? Yeah, but yeah, before we get to that, Mercutio, here's Take It or Leave It. So he set us up a scene that he wants us to do. So you can read that and get familiar with it. And then we're going to be showtime in about 3 minutes.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm ready, Jim. Showtime.
Right. The way that you read that, dude, it was like you were trying to decipher hieroglyphics in the pyramids.
I'm a slow reader.
Okay. Hey, Chalice, I was just wondering, like, next time that you have like a get together, I'm honestly like really interested in like coming over and like, I don't know, like whatever you want to do, man. Like whatever you want to do. Like if you want to like get some lube and stuff, I would love to join in those activities, man. For real. And you know what I could do? I could like show you my favorite album, Despicable Betty. We could put it on the radio and stuff.
Yeah. You know I love your hair, Corey.
Thank you.
You're a wonderful singer.
I know.
And last time
did you know that Michael Jackson, he like literally tried to look like me?
Yeah. I've been with him too. Long before he passed.
Disgusting.
You know.
What was it like?
Well, you know, Corey. We both.
I didn't get to see his wiener.
We both know that you know, and so does McCulkey. But
McCulkey.
Listen, I'm not. Yeah. I got a thing. You know, last time, you know, you kind of held a whole press conference and shared pictures, and I'm more of a put your phone in the basket kind of guy. So I'll make time.
I don't believe in phones because that's totally like what the Wolfpack used to get my video taken down.
Well, listen, the last time you said you were going to come, you said you were going to bring the Corey's, the angels, right? The angels,
yeah, but those are my angels, Doctor.
Yeah, but you said you were going to bring them, and then you showed up, and it was just you in a Michael Jackson Speedo, and that's all good, great. I had a good time, but I thought you were a woman the entire time, and when we
sounds
woke
to me
up
like
the
you're
next
just
day,
a hater that doesn't realize that I was in commercials before Stand By Me, and that's where I'm so famous from.
But you made me watch your entire live concert, and to be honest, I just wanted you to leave really badly, but I was so hungover I couldn't find the words together to put together. But please leave me alone,
dude.
Chalice would never reject anyone, so it's so hard.
Probably not. Never.
Chalice would party with Corey any day of the week. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say about that when I was talking about like what I was famous when there was an interview that he did with Christina Hendricks and the guy that played I think Greg from the Brady movie, and this was a few months ago. They had him on, and it's like, hey, the 90s calls. It was their podcast. It's on iHeartRadio. So he shows up, dude, and the guy asked an innocent question. The guy that played Greg from, and again, he might not be. He also could have been the guy from Hey Dude. I'm not sure exactly what his claim to fame was, but he was talking to Corey, and he was saying something like he was mentioning Stand By Me, and he's like, that's when your career really took off or whatever, and you could tell Corey got pissed, and dude, it goes off the rails. So it's so awkward because Christina Hendricks tries to reel it back in, and it's just he's like, hey Corey, so you're Stand By Me or whatever, and he's like, that was like 10 years into my career, dude. I'd done way stuff before that. I mean, and then he was like, well, yeah, and then the guy was like, yeah, I know, like you did commercial stuff, but nobody really cares when you were a baby what you were doing then. He was like, so you're saying that's irrelevant? Like he got, and then before the interview even began, dude, he told that they had him on the show to talk about like nostalgia and talk about like his movies and stuff. And before it even gets started, he was like, I just want to say, I'd rather not like go over the stuff that I've done those interviews. I'd like to talk about my music. And people were like, why are you on?
Oh God.
Yeah. So he
what
shuts
do you
it
think
down.
opened the door?
I was like, why the fuck did you think they invited you on the show? They're not talking about Despicable Betty and like the Center to the Left album, whatever. Like but it was weird. He shut it down right away. And then Christina Hendricks is like trying to like get it back. And you can tell like
the redhead from
Strangers
Pray at Night.
Maybe it's not Christina Hendricks. Christina Stiller. I don't remember her Ben Stiller's wife.
Oh, I have no idea. No,
she's in Dodgeball.
So we're talking about two different people. Then.
Okay,
oh no, you're talking about now.
It's not Hendricks. I can't remember her last name. What her maiden name is, but it's Christina Stiller is who it is.
No, I know you're talking about. Yeah. Did you see Ben Stiller got pissed?
No.
So the Knicks and the Pacers are playing right now in the Eastern Conference Finals, and Pat McAfee is from Indiana. He's a big Indiana guy. So at the fourth quarter, they gave him the microphone, and Ben Stiller's him and Spike Lee and Timothée Chalamet are like huge Knicks fans. They're always in the front row. They're basically the Taylor Swift to the Chiefs of the Knicks sort of deal, and Pat McAfee's that for the Pacers. So they're playing the game in the fourth quarter. Pat McAfee, they asked him to like hype the crowd up, and he went out there and he's like, we got Ben Stiller and we got Timothée Chalamet and we got Spike Lee. Something along the lines of, let's send those sons of bitches back to New York with their ears ringing. Just bullshit. You know what I mean? Just like pumping up the crowd. And Stiller apparently got mad about it. And like on Twitter, someone reposted, he was like, yeah, really weird. I don't think that would go down well in New York or something. And everybody's like, dude, calm down. It was just gamesmanship. And then he changed his tune real quick. And he's like, oh,
I was just talking
so serious, dude.
I was just talking shit. It's not like I have a bomb in my backpack. You can't say you have a bomb. Bomb. Yeah, I didn't know that, but I do know that that if you guys watch that, like, dude, I thought about even showing it, like us watching it, but dude, it's so cringy. It's so fucking cringy watching that interview.
But then we're really delving into what those other dudes do.
Well, I was only going to watch it for a second. No, because
Corey Feldman Capita.
Dude, this has got my Gamgees, and I've just been watching it nonstop for like a week. And then I want to share it with the world. I want people to see it too. I want to
hooked on phonics.
Patreon
streams next Saturday.
What is it?
The whole Patreon stream next Saturday is just going to be us watching Corey Feldman.
People would love that shit, dude.
Or go to sleep at night fucking dreaming about Corey Feldman.
Yeah. And again, it's not really about, oh my God, do you see when I get in,
you're stuck in it now.
Bossa Nova, Donatello, Mercutio, hey guys, Slenderman and Mark Wahlberg singing the Mockingbird song from Dumb and Dumber. Mac.
Yeah.
Mac.
Yeah.
Mac.
Does he say eager? Now I got the voice.
Knocking beds.
Wait, hang on in my head. I gotta get.
Oh shit, dude, we're fucking stupid. I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna look up the lyrics, but I'm not.
And then it turned. And then they both sing "Mockingbird."
She's gonna buy the American bird. I don't know. Fucking
Mockingbird.
Petey from the movies has more talent than us, and he had no head. We're stupid. I'm sorry, Mikushio. Like,
sorry, dude. We fucking fucked that up. Mostly me.
Papa Hades. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausage? Hey, fellas, how are y'all doing? Also, what's y'all's favorite video game, Halo 2 or Left 4 Dead 2? It'd be Halo 2 all day long for me. Out of those two, Left 4 Dead 2 is fun, but Halo 2 all day.
Absolutely, Halo.
The coolest part of that game, and it was the first time I'd ever seen this in a video game, is when you get to the one section where you fight the Arbiter, and the Breaking Benjamin song comes on, "Blow Me Away." That was because they wrote Breaking Benjamin wrote that song specifically for that video game, and they play it during that cutscene. It's fucking awesome, dude. And you're like running around shooting the aliens and stuff with blast. That's awesome, dude. So cool.
Yeah, it's definitely. You sound like Corrigan, dude. He's like, "That's awesome, dude."
Awesome Nova. This is my voice. He's trying to copy my voice. I'm part of the wolf pack now, I guess. But yeah, it's Halo 2. Ryan says, Jay, say it with me. M. Night Shyamalan. There we go.
So, like, how do you say it when you say it? Because you used to just say M. Night Shyamalan ding dong.
I said,
and like you would say that, and I'd be like, that's not how you say it.
I say Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan. I thought I said that.
That's correct. I think you
did. I say M. Night Shyamalan? I don't know. It does. I mean, it is what I just like.
M. Night Timothy Chalamet.
His middle name's Knight, and I'm like, hey, that director with the middle name Knight. It narrows it down. I don't know how many people.
I think everybody would know.
M. Night. Yeah, I'll just say M. Night. Thank you, Ryan. Sean Higginbotham Poo Poo. Yes. Poo Poo. That's what comes out of your butthole.
That's the opposite.
And pee pee.
Oh, yeah. There it was.
It comes out the other.
So we're on the same page.
Yes, we're working through it. Biology.
Well done.
Holly Roxy, love your vids on Joe Blow, Mike. Any plans for the future?
I read that while you were gone.
Oh. Well, you've been doing dirtiness behind my back. I see. Okay.
Well, Jay's confused. There's a guy named Joe who I do blow. And he gets upset when it's brought up. No, it's the website. We're not going to go back into old sexual favors I did for men behind the Piggly Wiggly. Very different.
Their name, Joe Blow movies. They blow. Obviously, it's not just a clever name. Just whatever. Christopher Sampson says, brothers, I had an old man moment last night. I went to see Mission Impossible, went into the wrong theater, and saw Final Destination by accident. I knew they were going into Hunt's Pass. I was thinking, why did they go back to the 1960? Yeah, dude, that would be crazy. That'd be crazy. And you're like, God, this movie is so wild right now. When's Tom show up?
I don't know if you're being serious or not, but like, I don't remember when the title drop was. It could have been after that scene. I could see sitting there be like, man, what the fuck?
He's like, man, they're digging deep in this past. We're really setting it up. Like that shit was a long time ago.
I hope that's a true story.
It's like the origin story, the origin of the IMF, and it started in the 60s after the assassination of Kennedy, and that's when they started doing it. You're like, oh, this is gonna be great.
See, they're really going deep with this one.
Chris also says, by the way, thank you, Chris. Says, I saw Mission Impossible today. I felt like Cruise kept asking people to trust him that he already worked with over and over again. I gave it an 8.75 A83. That's a good one. Yeah, we give it an 8.5. You're right, though. He does do that a lot. Like, it's a lot. Like, it was like, yeah, I don't know if I should trust you now because you're asking quite a bit. It's like that annoying girlfriend that's like, do you like me? Do you like this dress? Do you really like it? Do you really like what I'm wearing? Do you think I'm fat? I was like, no, I think you look great. It's like, are you sure? Because you said it with a weird look on your face. It's like, no, I said it because I'm driving and I can't look over and see your dress that you're wearing.
You're tired of me asking, aren't you? You're tired of me asking.
That's what it is. No. But yeah, you're right. It's exactly like that.
By the way, that reminded me because it reminded me of Waiting when he's like, when he calls that girl over and over again. He's like, hey, are you mad? So like, I'm picking up your double today. Are you mad? Because you haven't called me back. Are you mad? Like that. Yeah. And someone mentioned in the comments earlier, they said, hey, chlamydia would be a wonderful name for a daughter. Which movie I'm talking about? And he was talking about Waiting. I just want to let you know I saw it. I meant to answer it, but to answer Chris's thing, yeah, dude. And I like, he said it so many times, like, I need you to trust me.
Yeah.
One more time. I was waiting on Blink to kick on with the one more time. Yeah. One more.
He's like, I can't protect you, but I can promise you that your life means more to me. Like, okay, or more. Your life means more to me than my life. I don't believe you at all. Like what you're saying. You sound weird.
Honest to God, though, like literally, dude. And I liked both movies, like Fallout a lot more. But literally down to the last second, the snippy wire grab bang. It was literally like, oh shit, this bomb's gonna explode unless Ethan gets what he needs to off this guy in this plane. I mean, down to the nub, it was the exact same ending.
Yeah, like every time a big action sequence would happen, Tom Cruise would stop for some reason, and the camera would zoom in so you could see it, like he really meant it in his eyes. And he'd be like, "Do you trust me? Like, what are you talking about? Like, we're in the middle of like explosions going off. Of course I do. Save me. Give me a fucking parachute. Give me a parachute."
Could you imagine if he broke the fourth wall and literally, like, while all that plane zoomed in, and it's like, "Do you trust me?"
It's like, "Yeah, we get it. Yeah, I do. I trust you. I want the fucking parachute. I need to live. Come on, I trust you. Give it to me."
By the way, how the fuck did he get that other parachute? I'm still confused.
At the end of the movie,
there was first there was, and no spoilers, so I'll be very vague. But at first there was no parachute. Then there was a parachute. Then the parachute he had got burnt up, and then there was a fucking parachute again.
I think when he got into the cockpit of the airplane, there was a bag there that he pulled out, and it was the parachute, but it caught on fire, and then there's an emergency chute that he pulled.
Well, I was confused about the emergency chute. Like, how many fucking parachutes do these parachutes have? It's like
I think that most of them, I think they all come with an emergency chute.
Well, I didn't know that because I've never been skydiving.
Turlington, greetings, senores. Did either of you get ready for school when you were kids in your oxidized tidy whities? Don't you ever use words such as this. Like the kids in the Little Giants getting ready for the big game. I want to pump you up. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Like when they were all getting like, he goes, they're like, "Look, we got new uniforms and they got your names on the back." It's like death shrouds. Yeah,
this is always just fucking right in my face. Like,
give me a treat.
Just
give me what I want. I go away. Give me a treat. Dangerous.
I wish she could hear you.
It
felt like she was responding for a second there.
Is that a pit bull mix? I can't be around those things. It's part of the wolf pack, man. I know, but like I remember that particular scene where it was like a really skinny kid. He goes like, "I want to pump you up," and he's getting, because they're all excited for their big game and they've all got uniforms. But remember the uniforms thing when they give it to him and they're like, "It's got your name on the back of them." He's like, "Death shrouds." And then that one kid's like, "So the guy at the morgue can identify the body."
I forgot about all that. All I thought when I saw whitey tighties was that I never wear them, but I know for a fact that Jay is a big whitey tighty guy.
I used to wear them. I used to wear whitey tighties all the time.
No, did you stop doing that at some point?
I wear boxer briefs now. I've been on boxers for a long time. When I got to high school, in high school, I was like, "Yeah, they don't like the tighty whities. If I get a wedgie and they see it, they're like, it's not good."
Did your balls drop?
Yeah, they like dropped out, and I was like, I need some more comfort and something that really gives me an edge. But no, G.I. Joe underwear for a while. I liked it. I had designs on it, but then the tidy whities, Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah, I peed quite a few pairs of Ninja Turtle whitey tighties when I was a kid, or G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Batman. Went through a lot of Fruit of the Loom character IP with my PPs in my underoos.
I know. I just got a memory of mom getting mad at Big Dad because he wore tidy whities forever. Like he never got anything other than tidy.
Yeah,
whities.
I saw him in his because he would just walk the fuck downstairs. Mom was doing some corn.
Mom was doing the laundry, and she said, she's like, "Larry, you pooped your pants. I'm not washing these." and what that he goes like, "Well, damn it, Norma, throw them away." That was Mom's day because apparently he had like big time skid marks in his underwear. And Mom saw it, and she was like, "No," and she's like, "I've washed your underwear all my life, and I'm not doing this. That's disgusting, Larry Lee."
Today's the day.
And he's like, "Well, throw them in the garbage. I'll do my own laundry." And he didn't know how to.
But damn it, you're embarrassing me.
Because he didn't know. I was like, "Dad, why don't you just do your own laundry?" He's like, "Honey, I don't know how to." I just don't know how to.
Which is true, because the motherfucker tried to make spaghetti with ketchup once.
Yeah, well, that's because, he knew how to get for whatever reason, Cody was having one of his kids, and we were at the hospital, and he called Mom and he was like, "Honey," he goes, he goes, "I got these noodles and I put them in the microwave." And she's like, "You did what?" And she's like, "Those noodles are spaghetti noodles. I put them in the microwave." And she's like, "You're not supposed to put them in the microwave." He's like, "Well, I did. And I put ketchup on it." "How do you put the sauce on it?" He didn't know, like, because he was from an old school way of like when they got married. He was like, they were married in the 50s and stuff. She did all the cooking and cleaning and raising the kids, and he was out on the road working. But so he didn't know how to do anything as far as like home body stuff.
I can speak from experience though that like when you and Cody lived in the same house and me and Cody be hanging out or whatever, and I go bang on Jay's door at like noon, and he finally answered the door, and he'd open up the door and he'd have a white t-shirt and whitey tighties on. He'd be Winnie the Pooh in some whitey tighties, and he'd have his shoes neatly next to the bed and his clothes next to the bed, but he'd be wearing a white t-shirt, white ties. Like, dude, what do you want? I'm sleeping.
Well, I was not familiar with the females at that point, so I was like, they're never going to see it. I was like, I'll wear my tiny whities. Be comfortable.
I can see him in mind's eye though. You stay at the door and you've got your two lesbian porn clear VHS tapes that you rented on your counter over here in the corner next to your like Dennis Rodman signed basketball, and then
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but I'd be like, hey, you got a cigarette? You'd be like, yeah, hang on. You walk over to your white thigh, get a Winston light out.
I literally was dressed. Like now thinking back to it, I was literally dressed and had the setup of like a goddamn like weed dealer. like he's like, hey man, you got a joint? He's like, yeah, bro. And like you come out with your like dirty white t-shirt, like your tidy whities, and like a bunch of like porn videotapes sitting out on the desk. That's
no, but
literally
it was very neat. Like everything had its space.
Yeah.
Like it was this perfect little space in your room.
It's like, here, this one's free. Now get out of here and stop bugging me.
Yeah, you're the opposite of like the weed dealer, like James Franco in fuck, I can't remember the name of the movie.
Pineapple Express.
Yeah, like where he's like, no, stay, man. He's like, do you know who my second favorite architect is? But you'd be like, no, can you please go? Like, I really want you to.
It's like business hours are 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. I sleep.
Please leave.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
We have Crazy Saint. Hey, bro, Migos, how big of a clusterfuck do you think Avengers Secret Wars will be? There is no time to introduce that many characters for that epicness. Probably not great, especially with what the news is coming out with the rewrites and some of the reshoots that they've had to do with Fantastic Four, which is going to be setting. And also, I don't know, man. I feel like, yeah, if they do it, they can really fuck this up. But also, they've got the Russo brothers.
Sorry, dude. Vinny Boy made me laugh. So I thought hurricane season was over. That's a great pull, dude.
But no, yeah, I think it would be. I think that the Russo brothers know how to handle a tight deadline and a lot of characters on screen in a way that will make sense. But you're right. If they just try to shoehorn this shit in and just throw in as many heroes as they can, it can definitely be a clusterfuck. So I don't know.
It's, you know what, it really could go either way, dude, because like Thunderbolts was so good, but they've been doing so shitty. And you're right, they're trying to smush a bunch of smush into one smush.
Yes.
And like, you're right. Are the Russo brothers actually fucking terrible directors? I like The Gray Man. I thought that was a good film.
Well, I would have said yeah, but if you look at like they did an amazing job with Winter Soldier. That was a badass movie. That was them, right? Yeah, that was them. And then they did great with Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, so maybe, but yeah, it could go either way. Like, and it's really gonna. They kind of hold the future of Marvel in their fingertips.
Yep, we will see. Jack Plays 95. Mission Impossible director has revealed details of what Man of Steel 2 could have been. It sounds amazing. That's awesome. I didn't know that, but that would be great.
I saw that.
Was he the director of Man of Steel? No, what am I talking? No, that was J.J. Abrams, obviously.
Did Quentin Tarantino direct Star Wars? No, fucking brain fart.
Too much Diet Soda.
No, honest to God, though, I saw that clip. I didn't know he was supposed to direct Man of Steel 2. I thought he was going to do I thought it was either him or James Gunn for the new Superman guy. What he said about it sounded fucking super awesome.
Well, I would imagine it would have been him directing. If they had gone the route of Zack Snyder, probably was going to concentrate on something else and then have him come in and do Man of Steel 2 while he wrote it.
Yeah, no,
I didn't read the article, but that's what because Zack Snyder was very I think he was very protective over his vision of what he wanted to go, where he wanted to go in the future with this DCEU. So I think that if Man of Steel 2 had happened, he would have wrote it and had this guy direct it.
See, I saw the video I thought he was talking about his basically if he was James Gunn, what he was going to do. Because dude, what he said sounded awesome. He was like, the movie's going to start out. The first 5 minutes of the movie is going to let you know exactly who Superman is. He's like, we're going to do this wide spanning thing in 5 minutes. We're going to show you his origin story, where he came from, what he's all about. And then it's going to jump you right into the movie. He's like, that 5 minutes would have been so powerful and amazing. And based on what he's doing with Mission Impossible, I kind of wish we saw that, to be honest.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm glad we got Batman versus Superman. I mean, it was an awesome Ben Affleck performance, and it was the best on-screen Batman, period. Probably. I do like Pattinson, but the Ben Affleck Batman was fucking awesome. Would you guys have kept that, or would you have said, hey, let's not do that and just make Man of Steel 2? Don't introduce Doomsday. Don't introduce Batman yet. Let's just do a Man of Steel 2 and keep on building the legacy of Henry Cavill. I personally, I love BVS, but there was a lot wrong with that movie. I would have definitely rather them do Man of Steel 2, but that was Warner Brothers like stepping in and saying, smell my crack. We got to get and start. We got to start fighting Marvel and build our MCU.
Now, listen, if you asked me to go back in time and take away BVS and have that movie instead, my answer would be no, because BVS is like, to me, it's like the godfather of superhero movies. That and Endgame are like neck and neck. Like, I love that movie. However, would that movie have went over way better had they done Man of Steel 2 first, or even a Batman movie first?
Probably. I think that if they had gone on the route of doing a Man of Steel 2 and continuing to build on the legacy of Henry Cavill and giving that more character, giving a more fleshed out experience, and him becoming the Man of Steel, yes, and him becoming the Superman, because that's what one of the biggest gripes and criticisms of Snyder was like, it's too dark, he's too scary. Superman is supposed to be a hero, idiot. I think that he was going to work his way up to that, where Zack Snyder's Superman was going to be the embodiment of, the normal, underwear wearing blue spandex type of Christopher Reeve Superman, the beacon of hope. But he just had to build it. I feel like that was all a rush job to get the Justice League done as quick as possible, to rush it out to compete with Marvel.
Yeah, no, I agree with you too. And also, I just want to say this real quick for all these fucking people who are like, I hope James Gunn's Superman's awesome. I saw the trailer again on the big screen. God, those special effects are 50% dog shit, but the parts that look cool look really cool.
I hope it's great. I hope they do amazing.
I hope it rocks shit too, man. But I will say this. All you fucking people who are blowing this James Gunn movie like it's the second coming of Christ, who were so mad about the material in Man of Steel, are full of shit. That trailer has so many of the exact same dark points that the fucking Man of Steel movie had, down to the guy throwing the can at his head and everything else. There's a dark side to what Superman has to go through. There always has been. And he's doing the exact same story. You're like, but the colors are brighter and I like spicy things. Like, dude, like, stop, like, go back and watch Man of Steel again. Maybe turn up your contrast on your TV. I don't know, but they're telling the same fucking story.
Zack Snyder explained it, and he was right, and I agree with him. And you're never going to find anybody that hated really at all Christopher Reeve Superman. He's the best Superman to ever be Superman on screen, period. He does embody exactly what you would think of if you saw Superman in real life. That's what he would be. The fact is, though, Zack Snyder had to do something that would evolve that character to a point where people could like relate to it in today's world. And in today's world, that's why it had to be a little bit grittier. It had to be a little darker. It had to be a little bit more building up to that level of hope. Because they'd already tried to replicate what they had done with Christopher Reeve Superman, with Superman Returns, with Brandon Routh, and everybody fucking hated it. They thought it was boring. They thought it was outdated. They didn't like it.
Dude, everybody forgets about Superman Returns.
Yeah, and they didn't. Right. It literally got shit on because everybody would say the same thing. Brandon Routh looks good in that red underwear, but it's boring. Yeah, it was boring. It was the same shit. Richard Donner was no longer making the movies, and Christopher Reeve wasn't Superman any longer. So you got to go back to the well and have a little something different. I feel like Henry Cavill was the best they could have got, and I think he did a great job with that role. And I feel like if they hadn't pulled the rug out from underneath of him and Snyder, we would have had a great Superman right by now. Because after Zack Snyder's Justice League, he was going to be that Christopher Reeve beacon of hope guy. That was what he was going to do.
You said that before, but I don't think it ever really clicked in my stupid little brain until now. But you're fucking spot on, dude. If all people needed was a bright, happy, wonderful Superman movie, then Superman Returns should have been your shit. They did all that.
They even tried to replicate the Kevin Spacey performance as Lex Luthor, as the jokey, hacky Lex Luthor as Gene Hackman played him, and it didn't work.
Dog. You're fucking spitting.
I'm not. I swallow my saliva.
Yeah, he does swallow. I can prove it.
Yeah, D. Mitch says Corey Feldman and Mark Wahlberg argument. Who had a better career? Thanks, D. Mitch. Been in for 11 months. Who had a better career? I mean, without a doubt, Mark Wahlberg all day long. I mean, it's not even close, dude.
Corey did have the bigger young roles.
He had the bigger heartthrob situation in the late 80s and early. Well, no, that's wrong too, because when Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch and the underwear model himself was out there prancing around in his tidy whities, everybody was like, "Oh my God, Marky!" So he had like a pop sensation thing going too early on in his career.
That's true. And
he was the brother of fucking Donnie.
Mark, so we're not giving Mark enough credit here too, because he was in Fear, which was fucking dope.
Amazing.
He was in an Oscar nominated for The Fighter. I don't think Corey's ever been Oscar.
But that's really whose performance was the best.
Yeah, I know, but still, he was still nominated. He's like, "Can we go head body, head body?" Saul Manby, but like he was so fucking good in that movie too, and he was in some other good shit. Too.
What was that movie? He was
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights was great. He was also great in the weightlifting movie with The Rock.
Pain and Gain. Yeah,
Pain and Gain. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. But yeah, I think that Corey Feldman had a career that was great in the 80s and the early, maybe a little early 90s, but it fizzled out.
The Departed. That was good in that too.
Yeah, he was in The Retarded too. It was an unnamed film that didn't really make it to screens, but I heard he was great in it. Leonardo DiCaprio, eat your heart out. What's eating Gilbert Grape? Can't find me, huh? Can't find me. Nighttime. One time at a restaurant, I walked into the bathroom and some dude had his entire butt out, pants around his ankle, using the urinal to pee. First off, nighttime. How dare you talk about what I was doing in the bathroom when I pooped my pants and I was trying to clean it? I was trying to clean my asshole off, but that actually did happen kind of with me. But that sucks, dude. Maybe there are actual people out there that literally take their pants all the way down to their ankles to pee, so they don't like get any. I don't know why they do that, but they do exist. I remember seeing that in high school, but that kid was in a special class. So I was like, all right. I'll walk out and leave you alone.
There's a Blink-182 used to do these DVDs where it would just be them acting stupid on tour and just like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And one of the things they did is they went in the bathroom, and Mark went in a bathroom full of dudes. Like there was a bunch of people there, and
oh yeah, I remember that.
On. He pulled his pants and his underwear all the way down to his ankles and just stood there and peed and just looked at the dudes in there. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
It is that I couldn't imagine like walking in and just seeing that. You're like, yeah, I gotta piss really bad. That you just see butt cheeks, like white butt cheek, just sitting there. And you're like, what the fuck? I was like, am I supposed to sit next to you?
I walked into the bathroom of Mariga's one night, and this dude was doing it, and his friends were like filming him and laughing his ass off.
Okay.
And then like the joke was supposed to be on me because I walked in the bathroom and his ass was just out, and I was just like. That's fucking hilarious. I don't think it was the reaction.
What if you walked in like, that's a fine ass, gentlemen? Continue.
Just walked in and started eating it.
I'll stand over here in the corner. Yeah.
Could you guys give us some privacy?
Crazy Saint says, do you think Toxic Avenger will be any good? I don't know. And I don't know why they chose to cast Peter Dinklage as Toxic Avenger. I mean, it is completely out of the normal to do that. I mean, I don't know why they just couldn't cast I was gonna say, why can't they cast a regular dude? But no height, a 6-footer. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know.
They're taking roles away from regular height people.
The thing is, I don't get those. Why has it set on the shelf for so long? Because it's been done for a while. So it tells me that either Troma Studios is kind of nervous about putting it out, or they don't feel like, I don't know. So I hope it's good, but
oh. Holy shit. Ow.
Time of the month. Got cramps.
I just got the weirdest pain in my stomach. That hurt so bad.
Menstruation.
Holy
Cineroth. Chalice, that hooker we got was JT Owsley's mom.
Well, I should have invited him over. He could have had all his dreams come true in my apartment, which is what I like all the men to have completed when they come over to my apartment.
He wants to have his own Toxic Avenger with these men.
By the way, I've never seen the original Toxic Avenger, so Jay didn't give me time to answer the last question because he's a selfish.
What are you talking about, bitch? Answer it.
I've never seen the original. I plan on doing a Patreon commentary for it though, as a first time watch, because
it's a great movie. The first one's amazing. Actually, all of them they have their own place, but the first one's great. It's so weird. It's actually, but it's also nasty too. It's like it's like I don't know. I'm really horny and that hooker looking good, but it's definitely something I'm not going to ever talk about afterwards. I'll just do it.
So it's nasty like that. Is it real nasty?
There's not like, there's some grody shit in it. Violence out the chart though. I got to go pee in the toilet real quick. I'll be back though.
Hey guys, do you like violence? Want to see me stick 9-inch nails through each one of my eyelids? Uh-huh. Well, where'd you go? I'm kidding. I heard him say he was leaving. But he's rude because, unlike me, I give him the timestamps of where we were, and he didn't do that for me because he's not as good as a friend as I am, and that's fine because I'm better in bed, and he's jealous, and that's fine. It's okay if you're jealous of how good I am in bed, because I am very good in bed. But however, the next one is waiting for it's a Loomis one, so we'll just wait on Jay to come back. Haha, joke's on him. Shut up, dick. Anyways, we're still gonna rank all the Final Destination movies. Yeah, Mission Impossible is what I meant to say. I didn't mean to say Mission Impossible. Do you guys ever just get sharp pains in your belly button? That scared the fuck out of me. That was so weird. It was in my belly button all the way into my thigh. I thought I was just seriously having a fucking butt aneurysm or something there for a second. That was weird. But I'm okay. We're okay. And we're here. And if I'm going to die, I might as well die on camera. That was fucking weird. Don't you WebMD me, Tomo. I know all about it. I'm a doctor at this point. That was weird. Blu-ray, not a 50 Cent fan per se, but I like some of his songs. I think you got to go with In the Club. It's your birthday. I don't know what else to go. Yeah, big time, Eric. Huge pussy. Huge pussy. But that's what I need. Like, that's what, like, to be fair, that's exactly what you need. If you have crazy medical anxiety that I do, like, my wife's so sick of fucking hearing it. I'm like, can you feel my throat? Is it bulging? Like, is this a hip? Like, what's going on here with this? You know, I just need like a military dude, like a bro to hang out around my house. So I can be like, hey, dude, I've got these weird like shingles. He'd be like, stop being a fucking pussy, bitch. And I'd be like, that's exactly what I needed. Could you please smack me around a little bit just to like really set it in stone? Sometimes that's what you need. You know, it's exactly what you shit standing up. That's pretty good. That's impressive. I've only done that in bars with questionable toilet situations. And then one time I missed and it hit the floor, and that sucked. I had to clean that up. Hey, why are you here but not in the room? Like, what do you?
So anyway, guys, what I was saying is,
shut up, bitch. Yeah, that's what's up. Why are you not coming back now? Come back. Why did you come back? Don't make me fucking ask twice. Get your ass in this fucking room. Oh, fuck.
Anyway, so there we go. Anyway,
Jay just wanted to be on the left side. Left side.
Oh shit! Hold on. Someone
ruined it.
There.
Oh, that's way nicer.
So I was like, "Whoa!
Wow!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Take it easy."
I was just telling them, dude. I think you probably agree with me on this.
Well,
like, because you share the same medical anxiety that I do.
Mm-hmm.
This dude Eric, with his where is it? I gotta find it now. I was like, that stomach pain really freaked me out for a second. He was like, pussy. I was like, that's it, dude. Like, that's what you need. Like,
you need that.
Your wife gets so sick of your shit. She's like, yeah, you're probably fine. It's fine. Like, what we need is like a big, tough military dude who lives in our house that we could be like, hey, dude, do you think that little bit of blood in the toilet's going to be okay? Be like, stop being a bitch. And you'd be like, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Like, I think we need that.
If you die, walk it off.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I'm ready to go.
I killed a man with his own leg in Saigon. You can't
dude.
handle some fart pain?
We're gonna have to get a new doctor. Our doctor's fucking retiring, and I knew it was gonna happen, dude. He's like,
I thought you were gonna say retarded. I was like, damn, did you find out too late?
I was like, then I don't trust him at all when he told me about my blood test. I gotta have a second opinion. It's like, obviously I didn't know my doctor was retarded. I don't know what's fucking going on. Obviously you're dying. I didn't know. I didn't know. But no, he's retired. He looks like he's like 100 years old when I went to him. So I was like, well, this isn't good. And he sent out emails 2 days ago. I was like, so we're gonna be retiring. It's been really great. I'm like, what the fuck? I really did like him because he was like a hard-nosed type of doctor. He didn't let you like come in there with that hypochondria shit.
Yeah, they're probably gonna bring in some fluffy fucking Gen Z doctor now.
Oh,
He's
God.
gonna be like, you probably have racism.
Yeah. Let me break this down for you. You ever seen that TikTok video where the guy's like, I was like, oh my God, no, dude.
Try some of this mushroom coffee, you gay.
Anyway, time for me to have apple juice.
Oh, yes. Very nice. So my doctor's office is a shitty situation because there's like 3 of them and 2 of them suck. But if I ever go to the doctor, like I really need to, so I just pick the one with the first appointment, and it's always one of the idiots. And I'm like, I have to go in there and tell them what I want. Because if not, they'll be like, I'm like, hey, I'm having poop pain. And they'll be like, well, we should put you on antidepressants. And I'm like, no, I said poop pain.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Stop trying to give me antidepressants. Why are you guys always trying to give me antidepressants?
Yeah.
What does it say?
He was like, when I went in there telling him my concerns about what was happening with the toiletries and hemorrhoids, he was like, he would had a recorder. He was like, patient describes hemorrhoids could be. He would talk to himself first, and then he would be like, he's like, well, what do you eat? I was like, he's like, do you like spicy foods?
Dick.
I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, I do. And he's like, that's your issue. Don't eat spicy foods. He goes, my wife loves spicy foods. I just don't understand it. I don't know why you would want to put yourself in pain, but she likes it, and that's what causes it. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, yep, that's it. I'm like, all right, appreciate that.
I appreciate that kind of like decisiveness, because one of the doctors I have is always like, well, I think we should do I think you should let me inspect your butt alone after dinner.
Well, you know, he did that off the clock. I thought it was a little weird, a little unusual, but
he's thorough.
It was gentle.
Sharp as the tack. The next super chat was for you, so I waited.
Oh, okay.
It was from Holly. Hello, Holly. Can Loomis sing the song from The Wedding Singer? But it was all bullshit. You know the song?
No, I don't. I don't know that song.
You know the song.
I don't know it. I that didn't strike any memory chords.
You know what? If you just read those lyrics as Loomis, it'll match pretty well.
Okay, fine. Sorry, Holly. I don't know. Okay. But it was all bullshit. It was a goddamn joke. And when I think of you, Linda, I hope you fucking choke.
It was close enough.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Holly. I don't know. I know that people love The Wedding Singer, but like, you know what? That movie is like super popular with chicks. Like they love The Wedding Singer. I do. I mean, I like it, but I don't like. But they know like line for line every single thing of that film.
Yeah, dude. I fucking love the part of that song because that's my psyche. Like sometimes, you know, it's like it's. No, I fucking forgot the song. It's like, yeah, bullet in my head.
I just remember I liked it, but I don't remember like everything about it. But it was the Boogeyman. It's 1998. You're in the Toys R Us game section and have a PlayStation at home. You buy Metal Gear Solid or Resident Evil 2, RE2 all day long. All day long. I like Metal Gear Solid, but RE2. Resident Evil 1 was, I remember someone let me borrow that in high school. They let me borrow it and play it, and I fucking loved it. And after, like, I wouldn't even finish beating it yet. And I asked Mom, I was like, can we go to Walmart? Like, you can, like, maybe buy me this? And she's like, how much is it, honey? I was like, it's only $20 because it's the greatest hits. And she's like, yes, Mom will buy it for you. I'm like, thank you, Mom. And so I got that. But and then Resident Evil 2 was everything Resident Evil 1 was, but like hyped up and bigger and better and bolder.
I miss those little PlayStation with the green and red, like greatest hits on
the
side.
I always loved
$20 so you can afford it.
Yeah, dude. When you got when $20 for the greatest hits, when it was on the like when it had the green side where it was like greatest hits. But yeah, dude, there was something really special about the PlayStation 1 days, and especially those fat discs when there was like more than one disc in it. You get those like 4 discs. Like Resident Evil 2 was like, I think it was 2 discs, or maybe it was 4. But I always loved that. It was awesome. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid was great. But it was a while before I got it. Like I love Siphon Filter and games like that. But Metal Gear Solid was always like I don't know why, for some reason I beat it eventually, but it always like took me a long time. Like because I always just want to run and gun because you got to be sneaky about things.
Yeah, it's like with Hitman, but like both Siphon Filter was dope as fuck.
Siphon Filter was awesome. Yeah,
that is the one role I will say Tom Hardy should have played is definitely Siphon Filter because that guy barely speaks, so it's perfect.
Look at this guy's filter. Holy shit, Lee!
Oh God, Lee! I was happy to see your name, and then I saw your face, and I'm even more horny now. I like the bad boys.
Lee the Machine Bowers coming in hot, saying, "Hey, my sexy fellas, rest in peace to Peter Kwong, who played Rain, Big Trouble in Little China."
Oh shit!
Man, I didn't know he had passed away. He says, "Hey, Chalice, I don't know about you, but Loomis is keeping secrets from us. Hey, Loomis, what are them secrets? Speak up.
Tell us."
There is no goddamn secret, Lee. There's no conspiracy. I don't like buttholes and I don't like wieners. I don't want to go riding in your goddamn monster. Shut your goddamn mouth up, you STD talking asshole. Now, there is no secret. The only secret I want is how to keep Michael dead. But you keep coming in here asking what a secret is. There is no secret. Get off your goddamn paranoia.
I'll keep you my dirty little secret. Dirty little secret. Who has to know?
Everyone that just heard that got gonorrhea in their ears.
Not a lot of people know this. Not a lot of people know this, Loomis, but All American Rejects, underrated band, they wrote that song about me. Thanks, sweetheart.
I smell bullshit.
It's my Chinese maid, Linda.
I see. Good for you. I hope you're paying her a fair wage.
Oh, My wife. I apologize.
Well, mail order wives are a popular thing.
Lee, you're too fucking good to us, man.
Thank you, Lee, man.
Too
Appreciate
fucking good
you, man.
to us. We appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for that.
Papa Hatas. Can Slenderman and Dr. Chalice sing Blow Me Away? Breaking Benjamin. They fought in the line. Well, that no, hold on. Hold on.
First you had to do it in the 90s. I was like, they fall in line one at a time, ready to go.
Yeah.
Hey, that man. Let me do the first part and then you do
Okay.
that second part. It's like, all right, so if this child's like, they fall in line one at a time, ready to go.
I can't see them anyway.
Finally,
No
bro.
time to lose. We've got to move. Steady your hand. Fire your guns. It's time to run. Blow me away. Only the strongest will survive.
Lead me to heaven when we die.
I am the shadow on that wall. I'll be the
one to break your fall.
That's it. That's that new album gonna come out on the Halo 2 anniversary edition. Man of Tomorrow, thank you so much. Papa says, I just finished Peacemaker season 1 and loved it. How are you guys feeling about season 2 coming soon? I haven't seen Peacemaker, so I don't know. I cannot answer this with you.
You're so fucking weird sometimes. Like your brain literally forgets the weirdest shit. Peacemaker, John Cena.
Oh, I thought he meant
HBO Max.
Pacemaker. I was like, I'm gonna work on that.
You thought he meant like the Apple TV?
No, I was thinking of the one that you talk about all the time, the big blonde guy.
Big blonde guy.
Yeah, Jack Carter. What the fuck's his name? What you know what I'm talking about?
I have no fucking idea.
Slade Wilson. Oh my god, dude. You talk about him all the time.
You thought I was about a dude who had heart trouble?
Yeah, I did. I just kind of like glazed over it. I thought it was some kind of comedy or something. I was like, I just
Jack Reacher.
Jack Reacher. Yeah, see, I'm glad the chat knows. Yeah, Jack Reacher. Jack Reacher. That's what I.
Dude, Peacemaker's gonna be fucking. I'm so looking forward to that. It comes in June, right? June.
Yeah, it's gonna be all. Yeah, I hope it's good too, and it's gonna be interesting because they're throwing in some Justice Leaguers in it. Because in the trailer they showed Green Lantern.
How's the interesting? Do you really want to? Do you really
yeah,
want to taste
I hope
it?
they keep. Yeah, I don't know if they're keeping that. I thought that. I think James Gunn said they were doing a different one.
Oh man, that show is underrated. I think it's actually, when you look at James Gunn and what he's done, I think Peacemaker's one of the top 3 things in his.
It's really good,
dude. I got to change my battery.
All right, but thank you, Man of Tomorrow. Michael Parton says, "I just want the Snyder cult to lose their sick." I don't know anything. I know that Mike's mentioned it a few times that the Snyder cult, that they're like unreasonable assholes and they hate on anybody that doesn't worship at the scrotum of Zack Snyder. But I don't know. I mean, I still personally, I'm not a Snyder cult member. I think Zack Snyder was great in the as the director of the films, and I wish we could have seen more of it. But you know, if James Gunn does awesome, look at this stupid asshole. God, that just, you know, he just crop dusted his whole room with that butt crack smell. But no, I hope Gunn does well. I'm not wishing him to fail because I like Zack Snyder more, but I don't know anything about the Snyder cult.
Dude, so here's the thing. And Michael Parton is on Twitter alongside and it's a dark place to live, and it's not the real world. So that's why you probably don't understand. But yeah, on Twitter, dude, it's literally you cannot enjoy both films. It's like either you're a Snyder person and you have to hate everything about this movie, or you're a Gunn guy and it's going to be the greatest thing you've ever seen in your fucking life and you can't dare question it at all. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. I'm out of breath.
If someone was like, Zack Snyder sucks and James Gunn, it's great. I was like, okay, I like Snyder. Well, I don't. All right, let's see how we had a disagreement. We just agreed to disagree and we walked away. I wouldn't like insult somebody for being like, well, you're obviously an idiot. You don't understand. I don't know anything about it though.
Yeah, dude. I literally was like, hey, I don't like the special effects on this Superman movie, and they're like, why don't you just go suck Zack Snyder's dick? And I'm like, well, what? Those aren't the same thing.
Is he offering? No. So I'm not going.
I get why you compare it because they're both doing, you know, but whatever.
Sean Higginbotham became a member. We appreciate you, dude. Thank you, man.
Welcome, sir.
Appreciate you. Crazy Saint. Constantine 2. I'm Legend 2. or King Spawn? Which will be better? Slender Man, sing me some Creed higher. Love you, boys. Shout out my son Jaden. He love you. Hey, Jaden.
What's up, Jaden? Wait, hold on. I just meant to say hello. I did not mean to. I was not doing the.
I don't know what you're. I thought you just were being like, hey, Jaden.
No, I would
my
say
heart
like,
to yours. My heart to yours.
Had I extended it, it would have been a different thing.
My heart to yours. God, it's so hard to understand.
No, I'm in this little box, so I wanted to fit my hand in there, and instead I did that. I gotta stop doing it. Stop doing it, Mike. Stop doing it.
But Constantine, I Am Legend 2, or King Spawn, which will be better? I mean, out of those three, I think that I'm not sure. Like, King Spawn should be awesome. I want it to be awesome, and I think that Todd McFarlane's learned a lot since Spawn, the original movie that came out in the 90s. So I think he, like, the ideas that he has for Spawn, if they come to fruition on film, it'll be incredible. Like, he wants to tell a horror story with a superhero theme going on throughout it, and that's what Spawn is supposed to be. But if I had to pick right now, I would say Constantine 2 will rock the shit out of it. Especially if they get back the guys that, that worked on the first one, and Keanu Reeves is all hyped up about it. And, he really wants to go back and play that character. I think Constantine 2 will be the better one.
I'm most looking forward to King Spawn because I'm so fascinated with what it will be. But
awesome.
You're right. If I had to guess which is going to be the better film based on what I know, I'd say probably Constantine 2.
Yeah. King Spawn can be great. Like, don't get me wrong, it could be legendarily great, but you have to have more coming out about it. I don't know anything about it, but just out of those three, Keanu Reeves has always been hyped to play that character again. He's like been like brigading to get that movie made. So I think with all that like going for it, I think he wants to put out a good movie. King Spawn, it could be hit or miss. I don't think they're going to recapture I Am Legend. Like, it just, there's too much baggage now with Will Smith going into it. I think it's going to cause the movie not to do that well, even though it could be great. But even if it wasn't the baggage coming into it, I think that the story of I Am Legend is a one-shot deal, and it works as a one-shot deal, and a sequel to it just really doesn't. I kind of think it waters down the first one.
Yeah. Sing this motherfucker some higher. The song that, you didn't watch them play live because you left.
I did watch it. I heard them. They were live to my left in the arena, and I watched on the big screen in the eatery.
You're in your car with your window down on the way.
No, I didn't. I was in the eatery section, and we were on the still bench, and we were watching it on the big screen, and I could hear them in the arena.
I'm seeing them in July. Probably gonna watch the actual concert too. You should come.
Can you take me higher? Oh my God, I'm singing something totally different.
Is it singing R. Kelly?
No, I'm thinking of singing like Damn Yankees. Can you take me higher? Oh my God, dude.
To a place where Robert.
How the fuck am I blanking on this song?
You got me messed up. That was like, can you take me? Now I can't remember how it goes.
Son of a bitch, dude. Can you take me high? Oh my God, dude. Now I'm just fucking pissed because now I have to hear it.
To a place with golden dreams.
No, that's not it. To
so
a place
go
where
there.
Fuck it. You know what? I'm sorry, man.
No, I got you. It's like remember because he's like, and we'll go there. We'll make our escape.
Yeah, come on, we'll go there.
There you go. We'll ask, can we stay?
Can you take me higher to a place where blinding thee? Yes. Can you, Jesus Christ, can you take me higher to a place with golden street? That's all you get. Me done with that now. Now you embarrass me. We don't want to sing it no more.
Dude, do it as Feldman. I agree with
I'm not doing it as Feldman. No fucking way, dude. I'm not, because that hurts my voice after a while. I'm not doing that.
I'm gonna super chat.
No fucking way, dude. Tim McChickens, thank you so much. By the way, thank you, Crazy Snake. Says, hey guys, could you find out why my super chats keep getting lost? It happens when I send them in for some reason. What?
Tim, so
let me go. I'll double check. Let me see what we do.
Yeah, like one thing it might be is YouTube doesn't let you put curse words or certain words in there, so you have to like find a way around. So if you had a curse word in it, that may be why it doesn't show up.
Yeah,
but it's also possible we just missed one.
I know. Well. I just went through it. I didn't see it, Tim. I don't know.
Why are you lying, Tim?
I don't know.
Why are you lying? I'm just kidding.
Wild Willie says, Friday the 13th, the final chapter, Lost Boys, Stand By Me, TMNT, License to Drive. I might take that Blu-ray 5-pack over a best of Wahlberg movies. He's basically saying, fuck our opinions. The Feld has got it.
He doesn't make a terrible point. Hey, we need Friday Night Fights. Feldman.
Well, okay, but let me give a little pushback here, Willie of Wilds. The final chapter, I give you that because that's 100%. That's all Feldman in that mostly. I mean, that's what people remember. Lost Boys, he's a frog brother. It's Corey Haim. That's the main draw for that film, in my opinion. I mean, Corey Feldman's good in it, but Corey Haim and the relationship that he has with his brother Mike and then Kiefer Sutherland are the real draw. Stand By Me. I'll give it to you, but River Phoenix was badass, and he was the main guy in that, along with his best friend. And then you've also got Jerry O'Connell. Corey Feldman was great. He made that completed friend group, but River Phoenix was also like the main draw. TMNT, I swear to God, I didn't even know he was Donatello for like ever. I didn't even know he was Donatello.
Yeah, and that's a voice role, so it doesn't count as much. I mean, I don't think Mark Wahlberg's done a lot of voice roles.
Yeah, and then and also, by the way, the Turtles movie, while they were all great and you remember the characters, Casey Jones was fucking badass, dude. He's awesome. And that was a totally that actor, I can't remember his name, but he was great. So I don't know. I would not have picked out Feldman personally. I didn't know Feldman even did Donatello until years later. It's an interesting when you match their filmographies up. That's an interesting thought. And then License to Drive, wrong. Corey Haim, Corey Feldman. I don't remember much of that movie, but I remember the box cover for it. Like they're like got the sunglasses down. It's got the red car, the Ferrari or whatever, or Corvette. Yeah, he was in like a movie like Toy Soldiers or some shit like that. That Corey Feldman was really good at. Yeah. He had like a skateboard and was like going against the military. I can't remember what movie that was. I would have given you, and I'm actually you did put the Goonies in here. Oh yeah, Goonies. Yeah, that's another one. Corey Feldman might. That's a word. But I'm saying, but Corey Feldman was good in these films for sure. But he was a part of a collaborative like type of film where he wasn't the main guy in each movie. Like he wasn't the main dude. No, that's true. No, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. He said, I will give the final chapter to him. I would say that 100% in final chapter, without a doubt. I would put him as the main. But is that the one with fucking? And even then, really not, you know? Well, he's not like the main. He is. He's the story. He's the one that shaves his fucking head and then gets Jason, the whole thing. But I don't know. It is. I mean, it's fine. I think that Wahlberg just have a little bit more of a. Jesus Christ. That's Mike's first day in prison. Right, that's called self-survival. That's called self-preservation. That's what they say. If you guys ever go to prison, everybody remember, everyone knows the first rule of prison. You find the biggest dude there and you suck him off. And then nobody else will mess with you. Because then you become his bitch. Just remember what old Jack Burton always said. Yes, sir. The check is in the mail. I might be getting that backwards. Maybe you're supposed to hit him. I think so. Sean Higginbotham. Remember when Tom Cruise had fucked up teeth? I remember we all remember Scientology got that premium dental plate. Yeah, dude. Like when he was in The Outsiders, that shit was fucking jaked. I remember that shit, dude. That's true. And then actually, if you look at it now, he had dental work done. The one of his teeth, one of his front teeth, it looks like it's perfectly centered. Like right down his the one tooth is pushed over right here, and it's like perfectly centered. Yeah, no, that's true, but that's easy. Like apparently, you can just go get brand new teeth pretty easy if you have money. Well, I don't know how. Well, I'm assuming he had braces and shit because I mean, he had some snaggle shit going on hardcore in The Outsiders, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, he actually does look like an outsider. With that Scientology fixes your teeth, confirmed. Yeah, once you get rid of all the aliens that inhabit your butthole, it fixes the dental issues. Dude, what happened was he got on that plane and those winds were so strong and they straightened his teeth. But that's so funny, dude. Like Sean, you saying that, like you remember when Tom Cruise had fucked up teeth? Yeah, dude, I do remember that. But dude, also, do you guys remember, by the way, do you remember, like, if you ever go back and watch, like, old 80s and 90s movies and shit like that, like, even, like, the most attractive people in them, they would smile and they would just have the fucking yellowest, grayest fucking teeth you ever saw in your life. Because back then, everybody smoked cigarettes and did cocaine. So, like, they all had jacked teeth. They really did. It was like, you fucking butter bread with that. Holy shit. So Robin Barker says, I know you guys aren't Chucky fans, but it's pretty sad Ed Gale died today. He played Chucky in the first few films when puppets couldn't be used. R.I.P. Oh, yeah, right. I mean, we're not rest like... Rest in peace, Ed Gale. Rest in peace, for sure. I don't hate the character necessarily. I think the first one's good. I just think they should have stopped there. I appreciate anybody that put the time and effort into making that character and that movie come to life. I mean, I respect anybody that worked on that. He's still a horror icon. I just don't personally think he's that scary, but yeah, R.I.P. for sure. And it was still impressive with what they used and how they did it. Indeed. We have Joe Hidden TV. Would you want to see Robert Pattinson's Batman in the DCU, or if Superman does well? Not really. I really don't think. Here's the thing. I think that the Batman story that they're doing over there with the Robert Pattinson storyline, I feel like they should keep that completely separate. 100% separate. I think it's fine doing its own thing, and you don't need to introduce it into James Gunn's new DCEU. I just don't think it would work. I don't think you need to do that at all.
Yeah, I'll go a step further. I would be fine with not seeing Robert Pattinson play Batman in anything.
Who's Black Man? What are you talking about?
Well, I'm not racist, so I don't.
Obviously, it's on your brain.
You haven't seen the Black Man franchise? It's
I haven't.
good.
That's weird. No, I think Robert Pattinson's fine. I really did like Robert Pattinson's Batman, and I want to see what happens in the future with it. I just don't want. I don't want the pollution. I don't want them crossing over. It's like mixing Mountain Dew and Coca-Cola. Leave it separate.
You just reminded me of Rockstar, dude. He's like, "Give me blood, give me blood, give me blood pollution."
That's funny. That's funny that you. I was literally listening that on the phone, getting ready for tonight.
Which song?
Smoke some whiskey, smoke some wine, smoke my best friend's girl for a night. Sin City, it's all right.
Crashed my car and got in a fight.
Who sings that?
Doom. I think it's like it's not Steel Panther. It's like Nightheart or some shit.
They're fucking badass, dude. I wish they were a real band.
You guys got to watch Rock. If you guys watch Rockstar, you love what we just did. That was a fucking deep pool. Then he falls down the fucking steps, like right when he's singing that song. He fucking busts his head open.
It's so weird too. And he gets up, they're like, "Yeah, rock and roll. Give me blood. Give me blood. Give me blood pollution."
Dude, I might watch Rockstar tonight. That's fucking great.
Eric Hess says, "Can Loomis sing Diary of Jane by Broken Benjamin?" Love you guys. I'm praying for your health.
That's what they should call Breaking Benjamin today.
Broken Benjamin. Yeah. He was broke after, well, I think he was, and then he like recovered and he fired his whole band. He's like, "I didn't die, bitches. You're all fired."
Yeah, I just miss the old stuff. They're still good though.
I was shocked when they were still around, but he did fire his entire band. Like he fired his entire band.
Dude, I went and saw them, and Cody was at that show too, and we went and saw them, and like, dude, like we used to see Benjamin in like small clubs, and it was so fucking awesome. Like he would talk to the crowd and fuck around, and it was more this like SoCal heavy fucking rock music, and now it's like such a huge production, and like you can't even see them on stage. Like the lights are off of them, so they just look like shadows on stage, and they have the same set list like every week. And Breaking Benjamin, they're still great, but like every song sounds the same now. They used to be way better. It's disappointing.
Yeah.
But anyway, Diary of Jane, Dr. Loomis.
Something's getting in the way. Something's just about to break. I will try to find my place in the Diary of Jane. So tell me how it should be, you piece of shit bitch. Put that in your goddamn pipe and smoke it, you whore. That was added. That was added on. I got a little too emotional with that.
Thank you, by the way, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. Man. I appreciate you, dude. It was the Boogeyman. By the way, you guys have been really generous and really appreciate it. But we got a fucking Mission Impossible ranking to get to at some point, too, for sure. I forgot all about it. It was the Boogeyman.
Easy.
Can Slenderman sing "Come As You Are" by Nirvana? No. I don't know.
Come as you are.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's the. Yeah.
Oh, Kim, as you is, as you are. Me don't know the rest of them words, but me know you are cool. Go have Subway sandwich after school. I don't know the words. I don't know.
Hey, before we do the ranking, though, and by the way, guys, keep a super chat show. We definitely
Amazing. Thank you guys so much.
We will get to all of them, but we'll do the ranking real quick right after I take a quick pip in the toilet.
I think you were gonna say right after I take a big poopy in the toilet. I'm like, don't leave me here with that.
Give me blood. That was just stuck in my head.
All right, so I'll wait for you to get back before I read on the super chat. Joe, okay, well, I guess we'll just not do it. Fuck Mission Impossible. All right, well, obviously you're not going to be invited to the IMF, the impossible motherfuckers. That's fine with me. I mean, you know what? It was a gamble. Not everybody likes Mission Impossible. I get it. This channel's not usually revolving around talking about action movies with Tom Cruise. Hey, Makarov. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. But hey, how you doing? Doing well? Hey, D-Lan. Anyhow, you know what I would do? When Mike's gone, I would show us some Corey Feldman videos, but I don't want to. I'm fucking literally obsessed with it. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. You know what? Greg Harris was in here last live stream, and he said he was like a lolcow. And I thought he was talking about Lolcow Live, which is a show put on by Keemstar, Boogie, and all those guys. And I was like, oh yeah, you know, that's like bottom of the barrel entertainment, but it's like it is entertaining to a degree. But he was literally calling Corey Feldman a lolcow without a fucking doubt, 1000%. That's what definitionally that's what he is. Darth says I watched MI3 last night. Good, Philip Seymour Hoffman, man, badass, awesome. But just the movie itself kind of boring. What? You're muted. Oh,
that's the that's like a nice pee. And that's the first fucking comment I come back to.
That, but that's for show.
Damn, dude, I did look fucking. I was fatter and I had a terrible haircut. And I remember that video because my hair was doing like this. I did. You're 100% correct.
But you got good hair. You got good hair.
Fuck, dude, it was bad. It was a bad haircut.
So we've got Joe Hidden TV says the Snyder fandom has done a lot of good, such as raising money for suicide prevention. I didn't know that. That's awesome though, if they have, because that's one of the unfortunate things that happened to Zack Snyder. A lot of people don't realize when he took a break. Well, maybe they do now, but when he took a break from that, it was a personal reason. His son wound up killing themselves, and that's why obviously he didn't want to make the movie.
Daughter, I think it was daughter.
Or daughter. I'm sorry. Yeah, his daughter. But yeah, I mean, of course, fandoms can do good things, but they can also be toxic as fuck too. Like, there's always a yin and yang to it. So, but
yeah, and dude, and to be fair, just to give credence to that, like that is to me the main thing. Like, you might not like Zack Snyder's movies, but the reason that he left that movie is because like he lost a child, man, and like that is like, and for people to like use that to shit on him to make a point about a movie is disgusting.
Well, to be fair, when he left, a lot of people probably didn't know the circumstances about why he was taking a break.
But even afterwards,
like, no, he had some good friends around him too, because they wouldn't even let him watch the Joss Whedon like complete butt fuckery that he did with the Justice League. Like, they wouldn't even let him watch it because it was such.
You can not like his movies, but you can also agree that Warner Brothers fucked that man over bad.
They did, and I to this day I think the reason why Warner Brothers doesn't like Zack Snyder is because Zack Snyder would just say, no, I'm not doing that. Fuck you. I'll do my own thing. And they didn't like that because he didn't kowtow to their demands. I think that's what it was.
Dude, I have to show you something horrendous before we do our ranking.
This is show me. Is it a butthole?
This is really embarrassing.
Oh yeah, I look like I'm dying of AIDS. And
this is our 28 days later review.
Yeah, started from the bottom. Now we're here.
That was really good. You know what just happened? I died inside.
These monkeys have been infected with the rage virus.
Hey,
they get out of the cage and they infect their
Jay, how dare you say that?
Has happened. London is deserted. They've had this evacuation. Dude,
what is that shirt, by the way?
I still have that shirt.
No, my shirt. That's fucking terrible.
I don't know, dude. I look. I think this was this during divorce time? I don't remember.
This is pre. I think it was pre.
It was close. This is when I was basically just not eating because I was like, I could smell the cum on your breath when you got home.
not our best moment.
That wasn't even like losing weight on purpose. That's just being like depressed and like not having the stomach to eat because your wife's a whore. And you're like, I don't know how to tell my friends about this.
Oh, could you send me the specs for that diet?
Yeah, it's called Unlimited Depression Inc. Unlimited Depression Inc. It's an amazing weight loss tool. It's better than meth.
Okay, so on that note,
on that cheery note, let's talk about Mission Impossible.
Let's rank this motherfucker. Look what I brought. So I lied. I texted Jay while I was in the movie, and I was like, "Hey, let's just have our list beforehand." But I didn't think about doing this until afterwards. So I have a little thing here, and we can fill it out as we go.
Bitch, I've already got my list.
No, I know. Just tell me as we go, though.
Oh.
Tell me as we go. It's the same thing. So starting with worst. Starting with worst. Like, what is your worst Mission Impossible film?
Mission Impossible 2.
Oh,
it is
okay.
And I looked at it as an overall film compared with the franchise. It's the worst. It's boring. It's forgettable. It's not bad. It's got some good action moments in it for sure, but it's just overall, it's just not good. Not compared to the other ones that came out.
My worst is actually, I get them. This is tough. This is tough. I'm gonna say the same thing.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Even it being the worst, it's still a good movie. Like this franchise, they're all good movies.
100%. I could not agree with you more. Could not agree with you more. By the way, I get Ghost Protocol and Rogue Nation confused.
I have them. I had to specify. What are you confused about?
Ghost Protocol had I had the
Ghost Protocol had the parking garage scene where the guy was upset. It was the Syndicate is mentioned at the end of that movie, but it's the guy that's obsessed with like he's trying to get nuclear codes, and it's the one with I think that's the beginning of the movie where Sabine, the assassin, kills the guy, the other MI agent.
Which stunt did it have? Which one was Dubai? Was that Rogue Nation or was that?
That was Ghost Protocol.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I'm on the same page then. I just got, and that had the Kremlin too, right? Ghost Protocol also had the Kremlin, or was that? Okay, then I'm good. I'm set. What's your next worst one?
MI3.
Oh, I fucking hate you for that. That makes me so mad. I want to punch you in the dick.
And the reason why is because again, the movie, that's the one I gave an 8.0. And the majority of the reason why that movie I liked it so much, it was because of Philip Seymour Hoffman. And by the way, I could be wrong. I think that the Dubai one is that part 3?
Dude, I get Rogue Nation and
holy shit. Hold on, wait a minute.
Confused. No, 3's not Dubai.
What's the big stunt in 3? Fuck. Rogue Nation is the airplane.
Right.
That he's hanging off
Protocol.
Okay, I can't remember what the third one is. The big stunt in that one, but anyway, because that's really how you remember this.
It wasn't really like a big stunt movie. They didn't start those really until the 4th one.
Yeah, I would say Mission Impossible 3, and again, the best thing about that is Philip Seymour Hoffman, which to me to this day is the best villain that Ethan Hunt ever had to go against. 100%. The only shitty thing about that, I didn't like the Jules angle. I didn't like they were trying to go with this True Lies type of like double life thing he was doing, but otherwise it was good.
My next worst one is it's going to be Rogue Nation. Clearly I get Rogue Nation and Ghost Protocol confused a little bit, but now it's coming to me. I thought Ghost Protocol was really, really fun, and I thought Ghost Protocol was really the starting point for the next 4 movies. I feel like
that's what I mean. That's the Ghost Protocol is what set up the Syndicate.
Right. It changed things. It changed the whole feel of it and brought in new characters and whatnot after 3. But Rogue Nation, to me, I expected Ghost Protocol, and it was, to me, it's like a weaker sauce version of Ghost Protocol. But that plane stunt was maybe my favorite stunt in the whole franchise.
Yeah, mine's still going to be the Dubai Tower. But yeah, I agree. My next one is Rogue Nation. It's the same various reasons. I don't know what it was about that movie. I think again, it goes a long way to have a charismatic bad guy that is equal, at least to somewhat, to Ethan Hunt, to where you're like, I get it. Like that actually is a guy that you'd be scared of. And that dude, Solomon Shitstain, was not it. I don't know why I didn't like that guy. And I said it earlier in the last stream and in my review. He looks like a out of work lesbian talent director from Hollywood that just is really mad at the world because they didn't agree with their art. I don't know.
Just like Conor McGregor's man.
And then he was doing the forced raspy voice and trying to be. I was like, "What the fucking bullshit, Bryan Adams sounding shit is this? Like, you're not that. Yeah. You're not that guy. I don't know."
No, I understand. I totally get you there. My next worst one is going to be. This is where it gets really tough, to be honest with you, because I really love all the rest of these movies. But it's probably. It's between 2, and I'm gonna say Dead Reckoning Part 1. I'm gonna say Dead Reckoning Part 1, and just you can do 2 if you want to, but just to knock this out, I'll just put Dead Reckoning after that one.
Hold on, fuck,
or Final Reckoning. We keep saying Dead Reckoning. It's
fine. I done fucked my list up.
What'd you do?
I went the other way. No, Mission Impossible 2 is right. Mission Impossible 3 is right. My next worst one, I swear to God, dude, I'm looking right at it.
Okay.
It's in pen. It was Dead Reckoning. No, put Rogue Nation back down in the pile of not selected yet.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, yeah, so Dead Reckoning, the Dead new Reckoning one, or
was my next worst one.
Which one? Oh, Dead Reckoning. Okay.
Yeah, Dead Reckoning, yeah.
See, I thought it was Dead Reckoning Part 2, not Final Reckoning. But okay, yeah, gotcha. So we're the same there then.
Yeah.
And yeah, so these two kind of fall in the same place with me. for sure. I think they're both really good movies. And again, it's an exact example of why Tom Cruise makes the kind of movies Hollywood doesn't make anymore. And I love them both. The entire franchise is great. I appreciate the fuck out of both of them, but they just didn't stand on their own enough for me. And they both felt like retreads of Fallout.
Yeah, you can. You might as well put mine up there too. Final Reckoning is my next one as well.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it was like everyone passed around smoothies that tasted like James Cameron's asshole, and they drank it, and they all
which
said,
is
hey,
not that bad.
And let's all make a movie about Skynet and Cyberdyne, but we put Ethan Hunt up against it because he's a better. He'll take it down better than John Connor. But no, I will say here's the thing: that it's a good. They're two good movies, but they're so like they don't feel like Mission Impossible movies sometimes. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the over AI. It's like the entity, and it's not a just a crazed human. It's literally a fucking rogue AI that they're trying to stop. And I understand why they did it for, especially with all the concerns about AI taking over and causing catastrophe. But it just. I don't know. I think the problem is they're too long and there's too much exposition and supposition going on for you to really enjoy it.
I agree that I think they're both too long, and I think they're trying so hard to outdo what's come before that it almost didn't feel natural in a sense. And by the way, both of these are 8.5s for both.
They're great. Yeah, I mean, when I say you didn't enjoy it, what I mean is like it's not as enjoyable as the other films before it. It's still a great movie. They're still good. All of these movies are good.
Yeah, that's what I said. Even Mission Impossible 2 is a fucking badass movie. It just is so weird and strange, and it felt like they didn't really know what to do. It was like, hey, what if John Woo directed a Mission Impossible movie? Here it is. And I love that it exists.
Someone get the dubs. We rented them from PetSmart and throw them up in the air every time Tom Cruise does something awesome. Yeah, so that's where I am too.
What's your next one?
My next one is Rogue Nation. That's where I put it.
Get in there.
For multiple reasons. I just it was good. I feel like the airplane scene at the beginning of the movie where he's hanging out off the airplane was like it's awesome. It's an amazing feat that he even did it. But again, I don't like Solomon Lane. I just don't like him. And like he was supposed to be the big baddie of that movie, and every time that motherfucker was on screen, I wanted to scream. Every time he was on screen, I wanted to scream and have hot pokers through my ear. I just think that guy was the biggest pussy of all time. And even when he had a one-on-one with Ethan, it never really amounted to much. Like they were trying to build this up like it was going to be Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan, and they were going to have this one-on-one fight. And it was going to be awesome, and it was nothing.
And it's hard to follow up the charisma between Cruise and Philip Seymour Hoffman in 3 as well. Like they had their best bad guy there.
Yeah.
My next one up is going to be, it's a pretty easy choice for me. It's going to be Ghost Protocol. Now, Ghost Protocol is one of those ones that some people are like, this is a lot of people's favorite in the franchise. Yeah. And I think it's great. I love it. It kicked off this new version of Mission Impossible, and it has amazing scenes in there, whatever. I really can't think of a bad thing to say about it. It's just such a good franchise. It comes in at 4th for me.
I think Ghost Protocol is my next worst one, but I think Ghost Protocol is not as bad as Rogue Nation. It has a more forgettable bad guy in it. The bad guy is just basically an obsessed dude he's basically an apostle of Solomon Lane, which you don't find out until the end of that movie anyway. But his whole idea, his obsession is that the world needs to restart and basically everyone kill themselves, and whatever's left of the ashes, that's the only way to achieve peace. He's a forgettable bad guy. He's not really impressive. There's some good moments in it. I think Jeremy Renner is great in that. I like the reveal in that film as well about Jules, about what happened. Then you also have a somewhat closing of the Jules storyline for at least a little while. I feel like the problem with Ghost Protocol, though, is while everything mostly works for it, I think that it gets corny as fuck. It's really there's some like when he walks away into the smoke and he disappears like he's goddamn Houdini at the end of the movie. I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude? Is this Tom Clancy or some shit?
Dog's crying at the window. Listen, the one thing I will give Ghost Protocol major credit for, dude, is that came out in a time in Tom Cruise's career, if I'm not mistaken, where a lot of people were ready to write him off entirely. Like everybody was like, oh, another Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. This is at a terrible point in his personal career with all the drama and stuff going on. And the movie was so fucking badass that it just kind of made everybody forget about all the other shit and go, fuck, man, that Mission Impossible movie.
That old Tom still got it.
Yeah,
still got
100%. My next one, this is where it gets really fucking tight in the tits for me, dude. It gets real tough because these last 3 movies are 3 of my favorite action movies of all time. I will say I have to do it. I hate to do it, but my next one's going to be the first film.
Oh,
dude, I have so much nostalgia for this film, dude. Like, literally went to see it with my Hella. Calm down. Stop. I went to see this with my dad after I was so young when this came out. Afterwards, went to the bookstore and I was like walking around the bookstore aisles pretending I was Tom Cruise, like, and still enjoy the fuck out. Dude, he had such a great hair. There's so many great quotes. Now, Ethan, off 100, off 100. Ethan's like, they're dead. They're all dead. And Kittredge and the gum on the window, fucking just, man, what a great movie. And ironically, dude, the movie is so slow. It's got so much exposition and so much espionage, you know, the knock list, all that Job, all that shit. You'd think a kid wouldn't be able to like relate and like that movie because it's not all that action packed, but it's just so cool and strange and such a weird De Palma film.
It made you feel smart when you watched it.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I love Mission Impossible 1, but yeah, it definitely leaned way heavier into the espionage side of things than the other films later on. Like the other films, as the series went on, were able to balance out a lot better the somewhat boring shit of the espionage and the exposition and the action. But this one was still good. But you know what? It's self-contained. If they never made another Mission Impossible movie after the first one, you would always remember like, hey, that was a badass fucking movie, dude. Like it wouldn't be the same as it is now with all the movies that came after it, but you would always remember it as an awesome movie.
And dude, the chick in it, like the hottest girl in the entire franchise, the French girl that was married to, I have no idea why the fuck she was married to what's his face, the old dude.
Big dick.
But yeah, it must be
dude's old wrinkly wiener.
Claire Foy or some shit like that, dude. Because her and Ethan were supposed to be friends, but they had all this sexual tension between. And remember when he didn't trust her when she came? She's like, "Off 100, Ethan, off 100," and he fucking threw her on the bed and like was like, dude, they were smoldering fucking hot. Like, oh my god, like I was like so horny.
Well, we might as well put my second one up there as Mission Impossible 1, talking about horniness. John Voight was so hot. But no, yeah, that's another thing, dude. That was one of the first movies I remember watching as a kid, and I'm like, when the it's the Sixth Sense and stuff like that, yeah. But in an action movie where the twist was like,
she sucked his finger.
Yeah, she did. you know that girl's down for anything naughty. But so Mission Impossible. I remember watching that as a kid, and like the reveal with John Voight and the mask and everything. I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was like a smart action movie. And up to that point, before I'd seen that, I'd been watching stuff like, you know, the Arnie films or Sylvester Stallone's, where they're pretty much to the point, really quick, you know, big jacked up dude taking down the bad guy and then having heroic music at the end. That was it. It was a very simple formula and it works. But this movie came along and said, no, fuck your theory. I will show you a new equation. And it did.
Dude, it was old dad programming, but kids loved it too.
But I loved it. Yeah. And again, I the best way it made you feel smart. Like, it was like, oh my god, that was so cool. Like, I don't know,
dude. When he's searching that room and like putting the glass underneath the thing and like the fucking finding the Bible.
I
love
the and obviously the knock part where he breaks into Langley and he has to get the list for the knock list. That was fucking awesome, dude. And to this day, like, you know, it's great when everyone tries to parody that particular moment. Like it forever like inserted itself into the memory cores of pop culture. Just that moment alone.
Yeah, dude.
Was fucking
awesome.
Yeah.
What was even the old chick was kind of hot in that. The one that like was like into him and she's like, "Oh, you're a spicy young boy." Yeah. When they put him in the car with the hood on his head or whatever.
Yeah, well, that chick. Yeah. Well, here's the thing too. I don't know what it was. I was always hating on this movie too for a while too, because I was like, I loved it, but I was just like, why the fuck you got to kill off Emilio? Because I had like a phase where I loved Emilio Estevez. I like Men at Work, Young Guns, all that, and Mighty Ducks, obviously, and all that shit. And then he's in this movie. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be cool, man. Tom Cruise hasn't been in a movie with Emilio since The Outsiders. It's gonna be awesome. And then they fucking kill him right in the beginning, shocked. And you're like, what the son of a bitch? Yeah, the only other movie that had done that where it shocked you was Executive Decision with Kurt Russell and Steven Seagal. And Steven Seagal dies within the first 30 minutes of that.
Yeah, shocking, dude. He's like, we're not gonna make it. He's like, you are. Clips the thing. But dude, you're right.
Yeah, and his toupee flew off. But
Love that movie, dude. Like, Mission Impossible is a fucking dude. It's a staple in like
that
my young memory of film.
Like, I had the VHS
forever,
and I got it for Christmas, and I got the soundtrack. Even though there was only one song on it that was worth a fuck, it was the opening theme.
Same, but you know what had a fucking banger soundtrack, you guys? Mission Impossible 2. Limp Bizkit did a Mission Impossible. It had a bunch of great songs on there. That was a great time to be alive. All right, my number 2 is going to be, and dude, God,
well, I think we're already going to be on the same page, so it don't even matter.
well, for maybe for number 1.
For that, for the second one, yeah.
Clearly, you and I feel differently about Mission Impossible 3, though, dude. J.J. Abrams directed this. I thought, like, if you take everything awesome about the original Mission Impossible movie and then you turn it into a just fucking action, sexy, fucking crazy fun action movie that's done really, it felt like Steven Spielberg directed the first Mission Impossible. It would be Mission Impossible 3, but it was Abrams. You had the best bad guy in the franchise with Philip Seymour Hoffman. I actually really dug the storyline of Ethan Hawke trying to be a family man. In the later
Hawk,
movies,
dude.
Oh yeah, Hunt, sorry. But in the later movies, in the later movies, they kind of turn him into like a superhero, right? Like, you know, and all that stuff. So it was really interesting to me to watch Tom Cruise's character try to just be a normal person.
Yeah.
And like, and all that stuff. So even though you're right, it did tie into the whole True Lies thing. Dude, the cinematography was so fucking good. The action scenes were so good. It was tense as fuck. Like Mission Impossible 3 was fucking, it's my favorite of the pre-Ghost Protocol movies.
Well, and again, it's not like the entire movie was centered around him lying and trying to, you know, lead a double life with his family, but I don't know what it was, man. I didn't like the idea that it had been a few years since Mission Impossible 2, and now he'd settled down, and he was like a teacher, and the guy that played Dr. Manhattan was the bad guy in it too. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, this is fucking stupid. Like, like you could tell that guy was the bad guy when he was meeting him in the convenience store at the beginning of the movie. Like, he was like, I'm sorry that I didn't get an invitation to your. I was like, shut up, bitch.
It's such a strange entry in the franchise, though. It feels unlike any of the other movies. Like, you know what I mean?
And then
really,
also
the first 3 movies, like they feel like completely different entities.
Yeah. By the way, we didn't mention this in our Dead Reckoning review, but finally, by the way, this isn't, well, no, it's not a spoiler, but it's not. The rabbit's foot that's mentioned in Mission Impossible 3, when he was like, what's in it? And they don't tell him, they actually reveal finally in part 8 what the hell was in that fucking rabbit's foot, which I also kind of think, to be fair, it was cool, but it's like, they were like, we got to tie all of them together somehow. Yeah, because they'd already had flashbacks to the first one and the second one, but they were like, we didn't really do anything with the third one. And then and the other thing that I didn't like about 3, while overall it was still a good movie, Philip Seymour Hoffman was so great in that movie as well, like as a true bad guy, that fight sequence that he had that was really heating up at the end of that film in the warehouse, it just gets fucking Final Destination when he gets run over by a fucking truck. And I'm like, what the shit is this? Because I thought when it happened, I was like, is this a joke? Like, surely he's not dead. It's like, no, he's dead. That's it.
He died. He's done.
No, he's dead.
You lost the scholarship. You can't go. So it's very clear. Both of our first, and I'm so. By the way, I have not. This is the first time I'm going to hear your thoughts on this at all. Just a little.
Oh, you didn't watch my review? What's wrong with you?
No. I posted it. Did not watch it.
Oh, okay.
That's weird, dude. I actually will not, and I'm sure you feel the same way. Like, I know you don't watch my solo views.
I don't watch any of our shit.
I know. Well, but I won't watch I won't watch your solo review or something, because it feels like I'm just sitting letting my friend talk to me. And I'm like, I have things to say too. Why are you talking to me? Like, let me speak.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking listen to you talk.
I thought we were friends. Like, this is usually a two-way conversation, like when we're on the phone, but why are you just saying all the things?
But a little preface for you guys when it comes to Fallout. Like, if you don't know, and I'm sure the people in here do, for fucking years, goddamn years, all right, Fallout is not only my favorite Mission Impossible movie, it's top 5 in my action movies of all time. I think if you said, what's one Mission Impossible movie I have to watch before I die, it would absolutely be Fallout. I've been begging Jay to watch this. I think it's T2. I think it's fucking Speed. I think it's Point Break. I think it encapsulates everything I want about an action film. I think it's clear. This amazing franchise is here. Fallout's here to me. I've been begging Jay to fucking watch this for years, and he finally watched it. And I swear to God, I thought he's gonna act like he didn't like it just because I told him to watch it.
No, yeah, it's weird too. Like, so many years, Mike has been telling me, like, it's not that good. Like, I don't want you hating on it, and you're gonna embarrass me in front of all my friends if you come in there and say all that stuff, because I've been building it up for years. No, it really was. It was awesome, dude. Henry Cavill was fucking amazing in that film. Everything about it was great. I like that Solomon Shitstain is a secondary character that's not really a part of anything, and it's really just John Larg, who is AKA Agent Walker, who is AKA Henry Cavill with a sexy mustachio, Pringles. I mean, dude, everything about the film is good. Everything. The pacing of the movie is awesome. The action sets or the action sequences are awesome, and the production sets are amazing, and the way that they are smooth transition to one to the other, it flows so good. Flow like water. Be like water. Flow like water. Bruce Lee. Be like water. Yeah, dude, it was so fucking. I loved everything about it, and the final part of the film when you get to wrap up the Jules storyline actually was pretty emotional, pretty touching.
Yeah,
well done, and they didn't draw it out, and they didn't make this rosy type of ending that could happen where he just goes back off into the sunset with Jules. He's like, no, you're better off being by yourself because I'm protecting you. You're married again, slut. You're married again. Then I get it. But yeah, I loved everything about it. I do. Yeah, absolutely. Philip Seymour Hoffman, best villain of the entire series. Right after him, 1000% Henry Cavill. And I got to be honest, that bathroom scene, woo, that fight sequence, good God. I didn't know they were going to fucking take on Jet Li. I didn't know that was going to happen because I just thought he was a regular dude they were going to snatch. And that motherfucker turned into Jet Li, Jackie Chan mix.
Yeah, that was fucking badass. And like, dude, so the thing with Fallout for me mainly is the movie actually tears me up. Like, it makes me cry. Like at the end, I feel like they put Ethan up against so much. And the thing it does better than any of the other movies is shows how much people lean on him and how hard he fights to keep them alive. Like, I think they tried to do that again with both the Reckoning films. And they did it well, but like it was never as palpable as it was with Fallout. And Fallout, like you could really feel it. Like there was this like really tense energy showing like that dude really goes to the wall for his people. Yeah. And that shit just got to me really well. And plus you had the best fight scenes between him and Cavill. I think the best fight scenes in the franchise for sure. The best action in the franchise for sure. Yeah. And the second best bad guy with Cavill. So that's why that movie does me in, dude. It actually, and it's one of those movies like, I don't even know why it tears me up. They're not trying to be over emotional and trying to go for it, but like it strikes a fucking chord for some reason.
Well, because I think it speaks to people that are understanding that, you know, you sometimes make sacrifices for the greater good, even though it sucks.
Yeah. You know, and you're willing to die for the people you love. And it like screams that.
Well, even in the newest movie, the Ving Rhames and Ethan Hunt's conversation about, you know, for those that we never meet.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that got me.
So all of this shit, like it can, yeah. And also, I was like, finally, all of the mysteries of the universe are answered about why Henry Cavill's goddamn mustachio was such the talk of the town with Joss Whedon's Justice League. I now see he couldn't shave that fucker off because it looked too good. But
oh, dude, and Greg's right. The final fight in Fallout
is amazing.
Wow, dude,
I got palm sweaty. Spaghetti on his sweater already. It was like that a little bit like that. And I love it. And then Henry Cavill, his face getting like him two-facing it, like half his face fucking melted off and still fighting. That whole sequence on the side of the mountain of them fighting after the helicopters crash, it kind of reminded me of like a cliffhanger, like the Stallone type of fight. I loved it. Dude. Yeah, I don't know.
No, 100%. So there it is, guys. That is our final destination ranking. There's our Mission Impossible rankings. And by the way,
don't watch them in this order though. It's bad news.
Oh, definitely watch them in order. But and by the way, if you want Jay's deep inner thoughts about these movies, he just give it up for Jay. Give it up for Jay. This week, Jay watched almost all these movies in 1 week and put Patreon and YouTube members reviews of them. They're available on YouTube members. They're available on Patreon right now. And yeah, dude, I'm so glad you watched Fallout. I can die a little bit now. Like now I can die.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't normally do solo reviews. I don't ever do them. So I was nervous in the first 2 or 3 of the solo reviews, and then I start calming down a little bit. I'm like, hey, I don't need to rush this. Okay, just take your time, foreplay a little bit. It's okay. She's gonna have sex with you. It's all right. She wants to be in here. And then because the first one and the first 2, I was trying to rush it all out and get it done because I didn't want to like just hang around. And then I was like, all right, calm down, relax. You talk to yourself all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. Just talk to yourself.
I did watch the first couple minutes of when I was editing the little pieces of spot. It sounded good. That sounded good to me.
Yeah,
it felt natural.
But anyway,
yeah, I don't want to hang out with him any longer.
I don't give a shit. That's fine. I don't care. I'm my own best friend. Yeah, but dude, Fallout is the best one, without a doubt. It is
100%. I'm glad to hear you finally fucking agree with me for once. It's about time. It's due course.
And I was only doing that for show. Of course it sucks, and that's what we're going to talk about. Is how wrong Mike was. Mama's wrong again.
I gotta get a drinky poo, and I got pee in my pants.
All right,
what I'm gonna do in the toilet. I'll be right back.
All right, that's fine. Let's talk. I'll talk to the chat while you go.
Do it then.
Now
shut up and fucking do it.
I will. Shut up. Get out of here. I don't like an audience. Now, Kith, we will. They were. Hey, thank you, Holly. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't like doing that stuff though. I don't know what it is. If I were doing like a video game stream, it'd be different because I'm actually doing something. Like I'm playing the game, and it would be a little less awkward. But when I can't even look. Like when I'm looking at the camera like that, I get all like, no, I don't want to look. D-Mitch says, what games are you playing? This is gonna sound fucking. I'm actually currently I'm back and playing Star Trek Online. What's that? Yep, that's what I'm doing. I'm playing Star Trek Online. It's on Xbox. That's what I'm playing. I put a lot of time and effort into that. I really enjoy it. I'm having a good time. But I will get on Doom. I will play that as well. But you
still haven't played it?
I'm currently playing an MMO RPG called Star Trek Online on Xbox. You've never talked. You've never even looked at it. You don't even know what that is.
Like you don't.
The only thing Doom is when you see your wiener in the mirror. It's Doom.
I got that guacamole dick.
Chalmers says nerd. That's fine. That's okay. Revenge of the Nerds was a movie. You should look it up.
Geek.
Lamar Latrell. So where were we at? Okay. So we got Tim McChickens. Slenderman sing Back in Black by AC/DC.
Yeah.
Back in Black. I hit the sack. It's cut loose from that noose. You know what, Tim? You can't ask me such questions like that song like hard rocking right now. I mean, not feeling the hard rocking.
Dude, I wasn't sure.
Back in Black. Diffie.
I wasn't sure if you remember the lyrics.
I know the song.
And then when you went, I hit thick.
By the way, here's the thing. At the end of the day, like I swear, it's like when you're like looking at the binder at karaoke, and you're like, I don't know about that one. Like I know the song, but I don't feel the song. Hold on. Okay, I'm making sure I didn't miss any. Sean Higginbotham says, Jay, can you show Mike the Corey Feldman videos? You said you wanted to. I heard it. I need it. I need the comeback kid. No,
we've watched those on the channel before. Yeah,
well, the comeback kid that's on the Today Show. I will. You know what? During Patreon, I'll show a couple of videos because there's like two of them I really want us to watch because, dude, you know what? During Patreon, we will totally watch that fucking that interview that he did because that is like next level cringe.
Find just like the best points of it or something.
Yeah, I will. I'll make sure that like I'll fast forward to the parts that are the best. But yeah, 100%. We'll watch it during Patreon. I just don't want to like do it on YouTube because apparently he's very addicted to lawyers' wiener smells. So I don't want him to like shine his Wolfpack light at us and be like,
never had a lawyer's wiener.
So there's another hater. There's another one and another. But we will during a Patreon next weekend for show. Cineroth says, which movie had Tom go on an impossible mission? Impossible mission. And Sean Connery was the contact. You fucked up. Which movie had Tom go on?
Almost all of them.
Yeah, I think all of them were impossible. Yeah, because there was always something that he had to do that they were like, no crazy son of a bitch could do it except for Tom.
Yeah, every movie's like Rocky IV when Adrian's like, you can't win, and he's like,
yeah, he's like, the IMF can win. Ryan West says, I think it was MI2 that I saw at our local drive-in with my dad, and I was able to see Final Reckoning in theater with him too. That's awesome, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. That's
awesome. You know what? To be fair, like Mission Impossible 2, I remember when Mission Impossible came out, obviously that was like a game changer when I watched it for the first time. But when Mission Impossible 2 came out and I watched it, at the time I really did like it. As far as a follow-up film, because there was no other Mission Impossible movies at all when that movie came out, I was like, they actually did very fucking well with what they had.
And dude, Mission Impossible is like the quintessential watch it with your dad film. That's like
100%.
Like oh, by the way, I had an old dude basically act as a father to me today in the theater.
Did he give you candy?
No, I wish I just blown him.
Take off your pants. What?
The movie started and like I sat higher back than I usually do. And dude, I was so pissed. The movie started and they left all the back row lights on. Like all of them, the ones they usually turn off. And I'm sitting here thinking, what the fuck? This whole family is like staring at me. The loser sitting by himself in the movie theater, which by the way, go see movies by yourself. There's nothing wrong with it. But like, I was fucking pissed. And I was like, well, I should go and ask the manager to turn off the lights, but I don't want to miss the movie because we're going to review it. Dude, sure enough, like 2 minutes later, I saw this old white-haired fucker just walk out of the movie. And I knew in my heart and soul, I knew that motherfucker is a cinema lover. And he is going to complain. He's probably here by himself too. He's going to go complain that they left the fucking lights on. He comes back in like 30 seconds. And I'm like, I'm talking to myself now. I'm like, I guarantee within 2 minutes, these fucking lights are off. And fucking 1 minute later, dude, I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I wanted to go hug him afterwards. Like, thanks, Dad. But I knew it.
It's like, I always love the time of year when you bring presents to people. And I love Coca-Cola. We got Tyler Dickinter. Random question. Have either of you seen Rhinestone with Mrs. or Miss Dolly and Stallone? It's a deep cut, but I grew up watching it because, of course, of Dolly. Not that great, but I love the music and comedy in it. I don't think I've ever seen Rhinestone. I've heard of it. I don't think I've ever watched it because I do remember Dolly Parton and Stallone doing that, but I've never seen it. And if I have, I forgot all about it.
I didn't see it, but I read a movie that all about like the action. I've showed it in the channel before. It's all about like the action heroes like Schwarzenegger and Stallone and all them. And it has a whole chapter about Stallone on Rhinestone and like how psycho he was on that set and how weird he was on that set. But I've never seen the movie.
Was it a comedy or was it meant to be like a comedy action film? Because there was Stop
I think it was
or My
their
Mom,
version of Staying Alive. I think.
Well, because there was Stop or My Mom Will Shoot was Stallone's attempt to do that comedy action because he was trying to get in on that pie. Because he'd seen what he'd seen what Arnie had done with like Kindergarten Cop and True Lies. He was trying to get a slice of that pie. They were like, oh, well, you can't just keep doing action. You got to mix it up a little bit. So I feel like, but to be fair, he already kind of did. He did it with Tango and Cash.
Yeah, no, he could do both, but I think that was early in his career when he was trying to get out of the Rocky box. So he was doing movies like that, and he kind of took that production over, and it didn't go well for him. But yeah, I need to watch that.
Mason K. Yo, Jay, have you played Expedition 33? No, I haven't, dude. Is it good? Sorry. No, I know all about it though. It's like it's one of those turn-based JRPGs, and I definitely want to play it. I haven't. That's great about living in our time. There's so many good. There actually is a lot of good games coming out. Like I haven't played Doom yet. The Dark Ages, which I'm looking forward to, and Expedition 33. 100%.
I don't know why you're still sounding like fucking Corey Feldman.
No, now you're just wanting to hear it. Now you're
I know, but like you're like, dude, I haven't played it yet, but like I'm gonna. I can still hear it in your voice. It's not you, it's me.
No, do you ever think about what Splinter said tonight about like if he were gone? Yep, Pizza Dude's 10 minutes late. I've not played it yet, but I definitely it's on my list for sure. Thank you, Mason. JT Inslee, aka Owsley, we know who he is. I watched Mission Impossible 8. 11-14 was better. He's still on.
Fucking deal with that movie.
It's better than any Tom Cruise movie to ever be out instead of 11-14. I'm actually, based on the description that Mike read, I don't know if it was last live stream or the one before that. It actually does sound pretty good. So maybe definitely check it out and see what it's all about. Because you are a brigader for it, dude, for show. We also have Lee. Thank you so much, Lee. True gentleman. Lee. There are rumors that Arrow Video is doing the trilogy of TMNT 4Ks. If so, I'm getting them. Part 3 is a guilty pleasure. I still enjoy it. Yeah, dude. I mean, the thing about Turtles 3, Turtles in Time, it's not called Turtles in Time, but it basically should be. I remember seeing that in theater because I didn't get to watch Turtles 1 or 2 when they were released in theaters. I didn't get to see them. But Turtles 3, I did get to watch it. And even as a kid, I was like, it's not as good as the first two. But there's something really I had never heard Jungle Boy until that movie. Like that, whatever. I can't do the thing. But that song, I thought it was great. And it was cool that they brought Casey back. Casey Jones returns in that. Yes.
Again, you're in my personal space, and I don't appreciate it. Sorry.
But yeah, it was a good movie overall. It wasn't great, but I always liked that one scene where he was like, "How did you get in April's pants?"
Dude, so funny story. I think I'm the same as you, dude. I didn't see either of the first two films in theaters. As I recall, it was a horror film. But one of my great movie memories of all time is we had a theater come around, and it was like the first movie tavern where they had like food in theaters. And we went to like premiere night, and they were showing TMNT 3, and I was so jacked, dude. And it was the coolest fucking thing. And some of you guys have heard the story 10 times. Some of you haven't.
Yeah, they move on. Move on.
But they had the fucking you could order pizza and shit while you're sitting there, and the fucking turtles showed up in the theater, like these dudes dressed in the costumes, looking better than Michael Bay's turtles. By the way, they had legit costumes and shit, and it was fucking cool. And that's my story.
Yeah, no, it's true though. Like why? Like the difference in I don't know why the puppeteers changed their look from Turtles 3 to from Turtles 1. Like even in Turtles 2, they look different, but they were still passable. In Turtles 3, they were like, "Hey," they look all they were like on coke. They were on coke. Like, we gotta go back to the ancient samurai times to get April. Yeah, dude. I know. Yeah, but yeah, what was it? The Japanese people call them gotcha or whatever the ancient word for demon is or something.
I just thought it was stupid that they used a fucking flea market lamp to go back in time. I was like, even as a kid, I was like, this is kind of stupid.
Yeah, I still enjoy it though, just because I thought it was cool that Elias Koteas came back to play Casey Jones, because he wasn't in the second one at all. You got fucking Keno instead of Casey Jones. So it was cool that Elias Koteas came back at least to begin in the beginning of the movie. And I did like his whole interaction with the samurai warriors, teaching them how to play hockey and shit.
Yeah,
that was funny. Dude, that was cool.
People are going to poo-poo this, but I think TMNT 2 is the best TMNT. That's my favorite.
I know some people wouldn't argue with that. Like the Secret of the Ooze is still a great. I mean, you got Super Shredder played by Kevin Nash. A lot of people don't know that. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
And you got Vanilla Ice and Ninja Rap. Ninja Rap.
Dun, dun,
Yo, it's the Green Machine. Gonna rock the town without being seen. Have you ever seen the turtle get down?
David had a
new sweet sound. I smell.
David had a fucking VHS of just the concert or whatever. That shit was awesome.
And then Michelangelo was like hitting on that dude's wife. And he's like, "Yo, hey!" And then the girl starts following him, and he's like, "What are you gonna fuck a turtle? What are you doing? It's weird."
Yeah, dude. And then Toka and Razor with the donuts, and they're like ice cubes in the donuts and shit.
We're gonna honor the tradition of the pre-fight donut. Yeah. Yeah.
And the ooze, man, the ooze was the best.
Yeah, it was.
Those little fucking containers. God, that gets me hard.
I thought we were special, but it turns out we just came from some ooze. Yeah, I know it happens. Mason K, please look up Jim Carrey Game Awards 2021.
If I can show it.
What's happened in the game?
I think I know. So is this the one where he stuck his tongue down Cameron Diaz's throat? Jim Carrey had some crazy awards.
Yeah, well, yeah, and definitely wouldn't have got away with it today. By the way, Cameron Diaz, little side note to her, she was supposed to play Sonya Blade in Mortal Kombat in '95, but she broke her leg or her ankle or something, and that's why they gave it to Veronica Vaughn from Billy Madison.
Okay, I can play a second of this. I'm afraid of the copyright, so I'll only be able to play a second of it. But let's. Here we go.
I mean, there's no music or anything. I don't think they're gonna take us down.
It's hard to tell these days.
Hello, everyone, and hello, Ben. I'm sorry we can really get to know each other. Hey, before you see this exciting new Sonic trailer, I'd like to pass on a word of advice that my Scottish grandfather gave to me when I was just a boy. He said, "Son, don't grate it in the grinder. Don't do it, son. Don't grate it in the grinder, boy. Grate it, by all means, grate it till the cows come home. But don't grate it in the grinder." Yeah, okay. And to drive the point home, he put his hands around my neck and he squeezed real hard. And he said, "Don't do it, son! Don't grade it in the grinder! Are you listening to me, boy? Are you listening?"
Dude, I gotta be honest with you. He does a great, like, listen, I know that Simon Pegg did a great job with Scotty when they cast him in the new Star Trek, but that actually sounded like fucking Scotty, dude, like 100%. But I also think that Jim Carrey forgot that he was talking to an audience and was just like talking to himself.
Well, he did the same thing in Ace Ventura, right? He's like, I just can't do it. I don't have the power.
Yeah. It was a good time. Good stuff, man. Jeremy Adams, Jay, please say "Goddamn you, Michael" at a very high level. Goddamn you, Michael! And I've been evicted.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, now you're fucked.
I'm evicted.
Jay's phone's gonna start going off. It's like, baby, stop.
Yeah, so the property manager just called and said that we have 90 days to evict. 90? Wow, they're being really generous.
That was fast.
I have to go pee, but the next one is 9:40 for ye.
Okay. Yeah, don't you dare call me that. I'm not a racist, nor am I an anti-Semitic piece of shit rapper who the news cannot seem to stop covering. Literally, why is that? Have you guys ever noticed that? Like, Kanye can literally take a shit on a bagel in the middle of fucking Jesus Christ coming back to Earth, and instead of fucking being like, Jesus Christ came back, Kanye shits on a bagel. Like, why do we care? Why do we care? The guy hasn't actually been relevant or done anything worthwhile in fucking 10 years. And yet every time the motherfucker parades his naked wife around or gets his dick sucked off in a fucking Italy goddamn boat somewhere, we got to fucking talk about it. Just stop fucking talking about what Ye does. He's a fucking weirdo. He's a crack pipe fucking nut bar. And we cover everything he fucking does. Why? Just, he had like 3 good albums and then he went fucking cuckoo pants. Just let it go, right? Are you guys sick of hearing about fucking Kanye? I am. That's all I'm saying. What were we talking about? Where were we? Excuse me. Excuse me for my outburst. The next one's actually for Loomis, so I'll wait for him. He thought he was going to play that game smooth, didn't he? He was wrong. Nut bar. Yeah, Shelly. That's correct. I say that a lot, actually. I did actually like Kanye's like first 2 albums. But then he was fucking, and even those are fucking weird as shit. I don't know if, like, is that the you gotta know when to hold them, and you gotta know when to fold them, and you gotta know when to run to the local hospital to get your dick checked for herpes. Know when to run. And that's pretty much, I feel like, how Dr. Chalice would sing that song. You try Lewis impression. I've heard it so many times. Wow, that's a fucking picture, Ghost. that fucking picture is fantastic. What the fuck is that picture, dude? That is the greatest fucking YouTube icon of all. It's like RoboCop is gonna just jerk off a fat guy. RoboCop 5. Robo jerks off a fat dude in the alleyway because he's hooked on crack. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Oh,
so it did happen, dude. April came out and she was like, Jay, stop yelling. I'm like, she's like, she was like, Jay, you're so loud, baby. I'm like, go back to your room. My friends wanted me to do it. I was like, I'm sorry.
Try to make a living here, sweetheart.
I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So fuck you, dude. You got me in trouble, Jeremy. It was on you.
It happens. It happens to the best of us. It does. It do. The next super chat was actually for you, so I couldn't even read.
Oh, okay.
It was Lost Boy Bios.
It's the gay band that was never released in the 80s. But the Lost Boy Bio says, yo, Lubin, sorry about the mess, but I just got my diaper wipies up in my caboose with some juice. Can I get some eyeballs on my new love, you Lubis? You know, there's some things in life that you read and you just feel like overwhelmed with the urge to vomit. And I just almost vomited reading your goddamn dirty diaper story. You're a dirty wiper. I don't like you at all. Like, you call me, I don't love you at all. You're disgusting. Take your caboose with your juice and get out of my face and get a job and stop saying this dirty shit online. What the fuck? They're going to track you one day. And so, you know what? You're going to go for a job interview and they're going to say, did you say at 9:47 p.m. on May 28th, 2025, something about your caboose with some juice and diaper wipies. That's what they're going to tell you. And they're going to be like, no, I didn't. And they're going to know you're lying. You're disgusting.
By the way, do you guys ever use dude wipes? Show your hands. Show of hands.
I've used wet wipes.
No, like, but they're basically the same thing. So I don't buy the dude wipes. It's like $11. Like fucking, oh, it says dude on it. So I'm a dude, so I'm gonna pay twice as much. No, dude, I just buy Cottonelles. Yeah. They're fucking wonderful, by the way. When you're wiping, you know, they're wonderful. Like it's you use it after you wipe because they're wet. They're basically wet wipes, but they're flushable. And it just really
I think wet wipes are flushable too.
I don't know.
But I think that they disintegrate in the water.
Well, I don't know, but
much like your self-respect when you use them. But it is what it is. I mean, sometimes you have a monster poop, and you're like, "Hey, man, there's some kind of poop up on my asshole that I got to get rid of."
There's no reason to be going dry in 2025. That's all I'm saying.
Show. Ryan West says actor swap. Tom Cruise was up for the role of Iron Man. Oh, he was. How well do you think MI would do if RDJ was sober and did MI? I think Robert Downey Jr. Could he have pulled off Ethan Hunt? I think so. It would have been a different type of movie though, because he's a little bit older. I don't think Ethan Hunt. I don't think Tom. Are they the same age? Tom Cruise and Robert Downey Jr. I'm not sure. I feel like Robert Downey Jr. seems like a lot more of a mature dude.
Robert Downey Jr. is 60.
Oh, I would. Okay, so
Tom Cruise is 62.
Wow, Tom Cruise.
Dude, he looks good.
He got that good Botox going.
He was jacked in that movie, wasn't
he? Yeah.
It was like a weird old man jacked, but fucking jacked.
He's got like the Steven Seagal diet or something. No, but the good
definitely
kind.
Not that one.
No, the good kind, the one that he probably. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But Steven Seagal, I'm not going to talk about him too much. I'm saying Tom Cruise as Iron Man would have worked. Robert Downey Jr. as Ethan Hunt, it would have been a different type of movie if he were sober and he was doing it. I think they would have tried to go with more of a. I could see with Robert Downey Jr. doing more of like a James Bond-ish type of ripoff, Jason Bourne-ish type of movie versus like what they did with Ethan Hunt and Tom Cruise. I mean,
yeah, like Robert Downey Jr. could have crushed the face camera parts, but like as far as like the stunts and shit like that,
well,
Robert Downey Jr. and 99.9% of anyone would have had a stuntman.
Well, here's the question:
so it makes it more special that Tom Cruise did it.
Who's a better actor? I mean, who's a better actor? I mean, that's tough because they're both really, really good actors.
I think I would actually go Tom Cruise though, like because I think Tom Cruise will go off that. Like Mission Impossible doesn't really count because it's so what it is, but like Tom Cruise, if you've seen him act and go off the rails, dude can fucking go crazy.
Well, you look at stuff like Rain Man, you look at stuff like Vanilla Sky, Eyes Wide Shut, The Firm. He can do a lot. Like he's very versatile in his acting ability. Like normally people only associate Tom Cruise though with the big action hits of the 80s and 90s. So you think with Days of Thunder, Top Gun, Mission Impossible, things like that. And that's what your mind goes to when you say Tom Cruise. But Tom Cruise has a lot of versatility. Robert Downey Jr., honest to God, I swear to God, before he made his comeback kid with Iron Man, the only thing I'd even known him from was the Bullies in Weird Science. He was one of the bullies, and he was in Hearts and Souls, which is one of my favorite Robert Downey Jr. movies. That was,
yeah.
But I just didn't remember him from anything else. Obviously after Iron Man, you had like more movies that became available to him. Like The Judge is great.
Yeah, this sounds fucked up, but I watched a couple of Robert Downey Jr.'s movies in like the 80s, early 90s or whatever, when he was like kind of struggling with addiction and stuff. And like he could really play like a cracked out, like broken dude really well.
Because he's just playing himself.
Right. Probably a little bit of that going on there for sure. But like Tom Cruise, dude, I think Tom Cruise has like, they're both amazing, but I think Tom Cruise has like one or two extra gears to crazy, wild performances that Robert Downey Jr. doesn't have. So I would actually go Tom Cruise there.
Yeah, I think that overall, I think that Tom Cruise is the better actor. But I will say the only other actor, I swear to God, that can even like have a little like comparison to Tom Cruise, or not even a little. I feel like they could go head to head, and it would be hard to pick Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. I think they both are equally great actors, and their versatility range is insane. And they can do action, they can do drama, they can do romance, they can do all of it.
You gotta watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, dude. Fucking awesome. It's like Lethal Weapon on steroids. But no, also, oh fuck, I lost it. I was gonna say something.
Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah, you're talking about Brad Pitt. I think Brad Pitt's a great actor. Kind of does a little bit of the same Brad Pitt but like still great, dude. I saw the trailer for Formula One several times, but I saw it tonight. The new trailer.
I think it looks great.
Dude, in front of Mission Impossible,
Mm-hmm.
that I had no idea that movie was so intense. It's gonna be Rocky. It's gonna be the Rocky movie of driving movies. I can't wait to fucking see it.
Well, dude, I just feel like I feel like the only one that's comparable to Tom Cruise at this point in his career is like you could look at Brad Pitt. They're both like interchangeable in ways that they both like are head to head. It would be hard to pick. Like who, like because a better question, Ryan, is also like if you replace Brad Pitt in the role of Ethan Hunt, could he have carried the role? 100%. Without a doubt, he would have been fine.
He couldn't have done the physical stunts.
He would, well, not that he couldn't have done it. He just said, "I'm too pretty." What are you talking about? I'm not gonna do that.
yeah. Like, but they're very different, but they're the last bastion of great actors. Like,
if you put Tom Cruise in the role of the character that he played in Inglourious Basterds, Brad Pitt, I think Tom Cruise could have knocked it out of the park.
Could Brad Pitt have done Tropic Thunder? Tom Cruise, though, no.
It's just the fat
Brad
suit.
Pitt could not have done less.
Dude, but Brad Pitt's also silly and weird too in his own way. Like he was in Deadpool 2 as the Invisible Guy.
He was also in Burn After Reading, which he was wacky.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think that Brad Pitt is like looking down his nose at certain roles and be like, I won't do that. I just think that he won't do anything that's not like makes sense for him to do it. I feel like, again, Robert Downey Jr. is only relevant now because of, obviously, you know, it's awesome that he got sober and he's doing well, but he's only relevant now because of the Iron Man movie that relaunched his career. Without that movie, he would still be doing Elton John music videos.
Yeah.
I need love, but that's impossible.
On the other hand, Tom Cruise, and God love him for it, he's way more interested in making big blockbuster movies than he is in being a great indie actor. So like if Tom Cruise wanted to be a great indie actor and do these weird A24 movies where he just did these cool weird roles, I think Tom Cruise could kill that. He just chooses to do big blockbuster movies.
Yeah, I don't know. Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt are like the Rockers from WWF, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels. They're both equally talented, but the difference is that Marty Jannetty really didn't have a career after the Rockers ended. But have they done a movie together besides Interview with the Vampire, Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise? Because I don't think they have.
I don't think so.
They would be. You know what would have been amazing? To imagine if one of his new team members, Ethan Hunt's, was Brad Pitt coming in to help him. That'd be fucking dope, dude. Or if Brad Pitt was the head of the IMF that he had to answer to.
No, they've been great in that movie together.
I think
Interview with the Vampire still rocks shit too.
It was really good.
Cruise playing Tyler Durden. I could see Tom Cruise playing Tyler Durden though. Like I could see that.
He could do it.
Yeah, I could see. I think a lot of their roles you could interchange them, and I could see it making sense. I could see Brad Pitt doing Collateral. I think he would have rocked shit in that.
What do you think that Tom Cruise would have been able to rock it in the Quentin Tarantino film with Leonardo DiCaprio? I don't know why I'm blanking. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't think so.
Yes, but it wouldn't have been as good.
I don't see it
as good.
See, that's those are the kind of roles that work in a comedic value with Brad Pitt's strengths, and it also works because he can do the action. I feel like Tom Cruise would have been all right, but it would have been like a Timu version of it.
Brad Pitt can play an everyman way better than Tom Cruise could.
I don't think that's true because Brad.
No. Because think about it. Imagine Tom Cruise in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood playing like a laid back, like drinking Bloody Marys, just kind of being the background character, but also stealing the show. Tom Cruise could never do Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It wouldn't work.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. I mean, like acting ability wise, he could pull it off, but like as far as like believability, if you saw him in that role, probably not.
Do you think Tom Cruise could play Seven? I think he could.
Yeah, because if you look at stuff like when he did like The Firm, which was kind of like, I know that that movie, by the way, The Firm is The Firm is like not, it's people overrate that film all the time. It's a good movie. It's way too fucking long though. Way too long.
It's boring, but I love it. Yeah.
But there was an element of like psychological thriller elements. There psychological shit going on in that film, a thriller. I think he could have done that in Seven, but it would have been a different kind of movie. But I don't think that Tom Cruise would be a very good, like you mentioned, in Fight Club at all.
I think Tom Cruise could do Fight Club, but I don't think, dude, that's actually a fun video idea. If we just took 2 actors and looked at their roles and reversed them, could this actor do this role? Could this actor do that?
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
Yeah, we already got 2 of them because we got to do a tier list of like movies that make us cry.
Yeah,
top 10 of those, and then now this one.
That's another really good one. Motionless Zombie said, "This is how I'd improve TMNT 2, TMNT 3. Get rid of the Walker character, make the Lord guy try to take over Japan, and him being Saki's ancestor."
That makes sense. Yeah,
I don't remember it well enough.
So the Lord guy is, I think the Lord. Yeah, he's the hold on, the Lord guy trying to take over Japan. Walker is the Walker's the I think if I remember this right, he's like the white guy that's like trying to sell like armaments to ancient Japanese like samurai. He's a boring character. He's like a pirate guy from the colonial ages. And the guy that like the emperor is the dude that's like in the process of possibly buying the guns from Walker. I think I'm right. But yeah, that would be fine. And then the guy being a descendant of Saki would be great, which Saki is Shredder.
I don't remember it well enough to answer that question at all, so I'm going to lean on
Well,
you.
then you're not a fan of the ooze.
I'm going to lean on you. Lost Boy Bio says, can Michael J. yell like Raphael in that scene in TMNT when they walk in the sewer and discover Splinter's been kidnapped by Raphael? It's like, ah!
Go ahead, because I can't do it. I don't remember. I'm already in trouble.
Raphael,
no, he goes like this.
I just be like, damn it!
I'll do it like really low because I can't go. When Raphael walks into the sewer, right? It's all quiet. And they're like, Splinter. And they run, and it's all disheveled. And then Raphael standing there with, I always felt bad for him too as a kid. He's holding his 2 sides and he goes, like, and then it comes out of the sewer, and that guy's walking by the sewer grate, and he's like, whoop. He's like that's why he like pokes at it with his umbrella.
It's a great scene. I love it. Dude, I'm now I'm kind of obsessed with like Cruise versus Pitt. Like somebody said, Cruise is Floyd in True Romance. Definitely could have. I feel like he could.
I think. Yeah, it actually is a good conversation to have, like a celebrity death match type of like who's better.
I think World War Z, Tom Cruise or Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt would have been the same as World of Worlds.
Well, War of the Worlds, yeah. World War Z with Brad Pitt was not. The book was way better, and that movie was definitely CG'd to fucking hell. Like, it wasn't a bad movie, but I think Tom Cruise would have been fine in that movie, to be honest. Yeah. I don't think it needed Brad Pitt.
You could interchange them in a lot of roles, though. Like, surprisingly, in a lot of roles. You really could.
Imagine, dude, here's a good one. You never really see this from Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise, but you saw this from other actors that were either they were willing to do it or they didn't have any fear of doing it. But like something like in Crimson Tide, Gene Hackman. Could Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise pull off this borderline racist fuck that's evil, but not really? You know what I mean? Like, but when the shit hits the fan, he's like, "Do you know what the best thing about horses are?" Is when no, that's what Denzel says. Those horses you like, when they're born, they're not white, they're black. And he's like, oh.
I think
could he? Really but could they pull it off? Could they be in the middle gray in the like morality, bad guys, good guys?
Yeah, I don't know. Like literally Tom Cruise could have been in Moneyball. That would have worked.
Because there's only certain types of big A-lister actors that you can look at and be like, those guys can work on every level. They can be good guys, they can be bad guys, they can be in the middle. But Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt are one of those kinds of guys that when you see them, they're always usually in the good guy role. Yeah,
like fuck, you could almost interchange them in every fucking movie. It's crazy. It's weird.
Yep. They have that. They still have the same kind of like competitiveness. I think, at least in fans' minds, as like Arnie and Stallone did back in their heydays.
Yeah, I never even considered them against each other. But like, if you look at their IMDb, just like it fucking the shit checks out. Like you could almost replace them in every fucking movie and like it'd be the same goddamn thing. Like I'm looking at Brad Pitt here.
Do you think that they like each other in real life, or do you think that they are like on that level of competitiveness? Like, nah, you don't break bread with your enemy.
I bet they don't like each other. Tom Cruise definitely could have done the Ocean's 11 movies. Oh, I got you one. I don't think Tom Cruise would have worked in Troy. I don't think he would have worked in Troy.
Yeah, probably not.
Just Brad Pitt's like perfection. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
like,
what, yeah, like, yeah. I mean, Brad Pitt is a better looking guy overall than Tom Cruise. He just is. Like, that's just a fact.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even like up for debate. Like, Brad Pitt is a better looking guy, generally speaking, than Tom Cruise. But that's, you know, it is, as far as acting ability, though, I think that, no, oh, dude, imagine this dude in Troy. Imagine if Hector had been played by Tom Cruise instead of Eric Bana, and they'd had a fight sequence. Remember?
I'd be hot. Yeah.
That would have been fucking, yeah, that would be good. Not hot, but yeah, it'd be hot too.
No, I said hot. It
Yeah,
definitely would have been hot. I meant what I said.
Yeah.
And look at it, like Brad Pitt could have done Edge of Tomorrow, easy. Brad Pitt probably would have been a better Jack Reacher than Tom Cruise was.
Well, that was a poorly conceived plot. Like that was like nobody, like that was like they were trying to like shotgun shit that out, and they were like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. It's Mission Impossible's famous Tom Cruise doing another action movie. It's gonna be fine. And people are like, no, fuck that.
Pitt could have done Jerry Maguire. I firmly believe that.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Pitt could have done Days of Thunder. He's literally about to. Pitt could have done Rain Man.
Could he have done Top Gun? I don't think
Top Gun. I don't think Pitt has the. I don't think he has that level of camp.
There's something about, it's not the camp. It's, well, some of it is, but it's also, there's something about Tom Cruise in that role where he's got like a humbleness about him. Like, I know he's a cocky fucker, but he's got like a level. He could have played Iceman. Brad Pitt could have done.
Oh, he would have been a great fucking Iceman. Yeah. Anyway, we gotta go.
Oh yeah, shit, we're running over. We're running over.
Hey, dude, this stream went by like butter. Okay, it went by so fucking fast. Good news is, are you good for Saturday, by the way?
Oh, just for a stream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're live on Saturday night, and then next Saturday night will be the Patreon stream, and we'll probably have one in between there. But thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. You guys are the fucking best. We have the best fucking audience on YouTube.
Yeah, community's awesome, dude. Very strong, very strong.
You guys are the fucking coolest, and we love you so much. Long time into night, and hey, we'll see you fucking guys on Saturday.
Bye. Oh, Toka and Razor's gone crazy.
Oh, he left, and that was just me sucking this black mic off.